Yeah, well, if they want to support me, that'd be great. At either way, okay.
Just saying.
Just saying, we're here. We're here, and we want your money. All right, well, welcome to ChaoticCalling Streaming. My name is Starwind. These are my lovely adventurers who join me every week for all the chaos. We have Amara.
Hi, everyone.
We have Faustus.
I'm still alive, apparently.
Apparently. We have Surfect. He's working on it. And we have Kronk.
Good evening.
And then we have Oren.
Hello, everybody.
So, last week we fought for 4 hours and that was it. The end. 3 people almost died. It was beautiful. It was great. 4 hours of combat, folks. Do I need to say more?
Final form for 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can kind of like go over it a little bit. So, like, beginning of the fight, we took care of the guards, which was already done the week before, and then we opened the door, started dealing with that problem, and then we had the 2 people who were on the roof, who were going through the inside of that area, who aggroed the 2 boss-like characters, and then everything hit the fan, and yeah, it was a lot of fun for 4 hours. And they survived. That's the key word here. They survived it. They cleared this warehouse of all of its baddies, and they survived it. All right.
Literally,
We were
only
thinking
one
we
is
might
alive.
not survive.
It was
Literally, only one enemy is still alive.
literally, and he's taking a nap for at least 3.5 more hours. But I
You can
think
just blame him for it.
probably. Well, I'm kind of wondering if guards are going to come by and check out the place, but we kind of like zoom back into the scene, and I think this might be too happy of a music right now. So let's yeah. So let's see here. We're probably on some of this edgelord stuff, so let's go with that.
Yeah, the tragedy.
Yeah,
Dude,
the
where we
tragedy of
last
not.
left off?
Yeah, last we left off, everybody was looting this office space. There's a Arakakra hawk that is dead on the floor with his skull cracked open with a chisel and a hammer, apparently. And you guys, I think we didn't really get very far, but if you guys want to start having your conversations and tell us what we want to do here, I mean, the floor is yours, guys.
Well, Orion's going to be looting. My character's crying over Mara, and the comfort group is here with Faustus's comfort animal. I'm sorry, wife.
Yeah, Shella's here.
We all know that there was no ceremony. It is not
Yes.
legally binding.
Yet.
Well, we are having public display of affection. And she holds his hand tightly.
Oh, God.
I still have a spell slot available for ceremony.
We could do this right now. Hey, wait a minute. But,
Illegal.
Passed out. A little macabre.
yeah, so here, the songs are a little macabre, and here we are just making fun of this ceremony. Everybody is kind of like bloodied up though, so we can't forget that. We're probably not dressed for the ceremony, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's,
Oren's pretty good.
I mean, there's
Actually,
there's brain carcass all over the place. There's bird feces everywhere, and
That'd be perfect for Faustus's wedding.
It's a cobalt.
yeah, it's
And
true. She would probably start playing soccer with the head. That's fine. She would think of that as a kind of like, you know how what is it? Did you use break the bottle? Psh, Mazel tov.
So, question: what would Detective Orion find?
Well, tell me what you're doing in this room, and I will tell you what you are finding, if anything.
Well, I already did the Eric Crocro last time.
Yeah, you picked up a handy new weapon, I believe.
Yep. Well, I would be looking through the desks.
Yeah,
Looking for anything to give ideas of where the cult is.
Yeah,
and
make
what
that
they were doing.
make an investigation for me. Yeah, there's a lot of paperwork here, but if they were trying to keep it secret, they did just that, and it's not out in the open. It's not in the desk. Not in any of the open drawers. You do find one drawer that's kind of locked, though.
Can I try and force it open?
You may certainly try athletics. Using anything to wedge it open?
Actually,
I
do I have a
did,
crowbar? I have a crowbar, so that would give me advantage.
is that stuck?
Kronk. Yeah, you see him pull out a crowbar. I assume something is stuck, and you do too.
Kronk will definitely help.
Okay,
He
I'll
already.
also give myself.
Well, you have advantage already
guidance.
because of the crowbar. Yeah, go for it.
Plus guidance, which I should have used for the investigation, but I don't think that would matter.
No.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna. Ooh.
The drawer pops open. There's metal clanking against the wood. You see a safe box down below.
Safe box.
Mhm. Metal safe
okay,
box. Do you pull it out?
yeah,
Really?
I'd pull it out.
Make a no. Yeah, it comes right out though. However, as you kind of like look at it, it's kind of plain, and then it too has a lock on it as well, and it looks a lot more complicated than that filing cabinet you just popped open, or the drawer that you popped open.
I would put it on the desk and just look at it while everybody else is talking.
All right, and what were you saying, Surfit?
Yeah, in the meantime, while he's breaking and entering his finest, I'm proud of you, Orion. I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation on Amara just to clean her up a bit because she's probably all bloody too.
She's got some guts and gore on her, but yeah, he presses digitation, and away it goes.
Step is gone.
No.
Yeah, so that kind of lanterness as he looks up to Krunk. Are you sure she's gonna be all right?
She may need some time to recover.
As I've already said, Suffolk, she's merely just tired, despite her injuries. She will wake up, I assure you.
And he looks at him around, saying, "I should have been there more. I couldn't do anything to help her."
So it doesn't help that she's extremely heavy and extremely stiff, like full
Yeah.
rigor mortis.
Yeah, so he's like,
It's like, I don't exactly... we were trapped outside for quite some time. What exactly happened?
and it looks to
We...
Well, me and Amara were on the roof, and I saw what you did. As he looks up at looks up at Faustus, looking annoyed.
Oh, here comes the drama! Where's the
What?
background?
You're going to have to be a little more specific than that.
I saw the corpse, Faustus.
It was self-defense. I saw everything too. You think Shella's gonna listen to you talk her man down? What's up, Warren?
Warren would hear him say that, and he would say, "Well, Faustus was making sure he didn't escape. We were trying to get into this warehouse. We couldn't let any of them escape. So
No, that's
It
not
was-
exactly the reason why I did it. It's like when you and Amara disappeared, and we heard a noise in a different part of the warehouse, I could only assume it was you two. If he had gone to check it out, he might have erased the alarm much more quickly than you would have been able to escape.
See? Self-defense!
yeah,
We didn't have to result to killing. We could have done this more peacefully. A lot less violent."
do you see?
He looks at her, Amara, frowning.
Do you see all the blood around? This is
Sparta.
plot.
Sorry.
They were ready to fight. We had to kill them. There was no negotiating.
Yeah. He just really looks for just looking down at Amara, just being a stiff board. Says,
Do you want me to report CRP?
"I should have tried to protect her more."
Hold on, I'll do some CRP and see if she'll revive from that. So she
Please
starts
don't.
climbing on top of Amara.
No, please
It,
stop.
it worked for Faustus, it can work for her. Hold on. But you're trying to restrain her. Please. Yeah, go ahead, Kronk.
Kronk wants to grab her by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah, make an athletics check to do so. I'm just gonna give it a basic DC. Yeah, you got her. You got her in your... It's like, what are you doing? I can help. I can help.
She is
Yeah.
Orin
fine.
goes
She
back
is
to looking
alive.
at.
Yeah, Or goes back to the chest. What do you say, Kronk?
She is fine. She is alive.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Shella, how about... Could you two possibly do me a big favor?
Yes, dear. What is it?
Now, you seemed very interested in the things inside of this warehouse. Could you perhaps go around and see if you could find anything useful?
Right away. I was gonna do that anyway.
King says, "You don't understand, Faustus. When I saw everything falling down around me, I ran."
Can I do an investigation check again on the Aarakocra now that I have a feeling that the key might be on the Aarakocra or the other guy?
With that assumption, yeah, I'll let you for the key this time. I'll let that go. I'll let you do that
Investigation?
for the key. Yeah, for a key. Yeah, I think
Okay,
that's fair.
Guidance.
All right.
So 16?
16? Yeah, you finally fiddle around and then like on the inside of his coat, kind of like sewn into a sleeve, you find the key.
Awesome. And then I take it to the chest.
And it pops right open. Inside, I think you would find more incriminating documents, something he would have kept hidden. There's a list of names, a long list of names. And
Awesome.
it doesn't say anything specific about the names. It just sounds like Jason Weiler or George whatever, or Miley whatever. You know, it's got a bunch of first and last names going down the list. There's no
That's
context.
interesting.
There's no context whatsoever. So either they're employees or they're stowaways or merchandise or who knows. Like it's anything. No, they're not leaving any like solid truth to it. And then
For it to
beneath
be in a
that,
safe.
yeah. And then at the very bottom of the safe, you see a false bottom. Easily to see with your investigation. I'm just kind of like ruling off that a little bit. And inside this false bottom, there's like a map. First, it shows the town, the city proper. And then it's got like about 20-mile radius around the city. And down towards the south and off to the west a little ways, there's an X mark.
Nice.
So you know there's something southwest of the city with a survival on the field with the map with your advantage. You might be able to find this location.
Awesome. Cool.
There you go.
So while they're talking, I won't bring it up because they're talking about stuff. But I'll put
Yeah.
it in my sack.
All right, so you
While
do
I
that.
continue to look around.
Yeah, all right.
Like Faustus puts a hand on Surfik's shoulder and kind of looks him in the eye. It's like, I understand how you feel in the moment, but we
Straight.
can't really change. We can't really change exactly what you did. But
She's trying her best.
Let me double check this. I
But in
think she actually
reality,
got
we
it.
can only do our best in the moment. And if you truly feel bad for it, then really all you can do is apologize to Amara herself when she wakes. And promise to do better in the future.
Everything was going fine until, well, that ladder came up and attacked me.
We
Oh,
hear
you saw that ladder too?
Because I thought I was crazy.
we hear one more loud, and then all of a sudden we hear as something seems to have happened to Shella.
What just happened?
Kidding me?
Oh,
She kept ramming into the chest, and then she finally took some points of damage.
Shella, are you okay?
She looks dead. She looks dead. She
I
looks
can't
like
select
the
my
dead
token.
before dead. Huh?
I can't select my token.
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
No, like, I can't actually click on my
try
token.
try dragging a new token over and then delete it. Or I'll delete it once you do. There's been some problems with that with Roll20 and on Friday's campaign. People were losing control of their token. Alright, let me get rid of that one for you. There you go. Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
Yep.
So that being said, yeah, perking it for a second, like, what does that sound?
I have
Oh.
no earthly idea.
So, Oren,
That-
you kind of went out there to check on it already?
I was going down to check out that sign, but because I'm down there, I heard her.
Yeah, you heard her, and yeah. Do you do anything on this round or no?
Well, I would try and resuscitate her, like stabilize her.
Yeah, make it. You can either make a medicine check or you can give her HP.
Okay, so actually, I will touch her, and I will heat myself up and cure her.
Cool. What do you cure her for?
Let me make sure I have the spell slots to do it. Actually, yeah, I do have 2 spell slots. Cool.
See what's gonna happen next. Hey, Thal, how are you doing?
3.
3. So she comes back to life. She stares up at you, Oren, sees the heat dissipating from you, and she goes, "Ah, my hero! That chest will not open! It's stuck!" She points to that chest there.
Shella, you're weak. You've been through a lot. So I think you should rest and take it easy.
Okay.
Because you almost died just now.
Yeah, looking up at Foster's because can you look on Tamara? I'm going to go down there and see what's going on.
Yes, I could look after her. I'm not exactly in the best condition either, so perhaps I shouldn't be wandering around so much.
All right.
Thank you. I'm gonna head on down, go all the way around, and get down here.
I see Kronk has already made it down here. What are you doing, Kronk?
Look for my strength check button.
Yeah. This one here was the one she pointed at. This chest has been left open.
Away.
Yeah. So this chest has been opened already. And it's empty. And this is the one that's stuck that she was pointing at.
A question, are these chests do they have locks on them?
Some of them do, yeah. This one over here
That
just
one?
pops right open, though. Not enough to pop the lock. So you kind of thud against it.
Yeah.
Oof. No go.
Yeah. Looking over at Krunk's because let me handle it, Krunk.
Bam to
Shella,
you
you
too.
might want to move away.
Okay. Don't like him anyway. Go for it.
Let's get out the souls.
Before you do this, I must ask you in proper order, what do you do first to this lock?
Well, first things first, I'm going to check it out and see what kind of lock it is.
So I need an investigation.
Oh boy. 12 on investigations.
Yeah, looks good to you.
Alright, well, if it's if there's a hole in which a key can go in,
Yeah, there's definitely a
Like-
hole there.
my character takes out his thieves' tools and begins to go to... God damn it.
So, let's see here. I need to check and see. Yeah. Oh! Let's see.
Perfect.
5, 10, 15, 5. Yeah, I
Hey,
think
that one.
Kronk will also get hit by this barely. I need dexterity saving throws from the two of you, I believe. Let me double check that real quick. What did I write? Yep. You're looking to beat at 15. There you go. Perfect. Okay, so first you take the full 1d6 from the needle. And Surfic, this really isn't going to affect you any. So 1 point for Kronk on the piercing damage, and then 2 points on Surfic. And then there's 3d8 poison damage that gets dealt afterwards. So that reduced to 9 for Kronk, and apparently 0 for Surfic because he's immune to poison.
As my character just says, like, ow!
Wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah. It'd still be half damage. Sorry. Yeah.
Shella, please move away, far away.
You know what? That sounds like a great plan. You're so brave. She backs off.
Yeah, my character pulls out the needle that just stuck on. Was like, I cannot stand these stupid chests.
Shella, there's a chest over there. Please move away from that chest.
What? Where do you want me to go? Everything is dangerous in this place.
Go
Anyway.
back to Fox.
Okay, I can do that. So, Serpent, inside this chest that you failed to disengage the trap, but managed to break into. Nope, you're still stuck. The lock is still stuck, ain't it? You rolled a 5. Yep.
You know what? And I'm. This is a chest. This is Vendetta now. I'm opening this stupid ass chest.
Well, let's see how you do it. You want to take another crack at it?
Hey, actually, let me give you my crowbar.
Yeah. You know what? The strength guys might as well come in here because Surfic just can't seem to get this lock. It's a little bit more complicated than the ones you've previously been Debbie to.
The chest.
That doesn't fly well. Advantage, disadvantage doesn't add up to a DC that I can allow you to have. Nice try, bud. It's more like the chest 69U.
Exactly.
So
All right.
everybody wins?
So I'm gonna
Such a
go
weird
up
picture.
to Surfic.
Thank you for the
Surfic,
biddies,
I'm gonna
Riley.
tou-
All right,
I'm
cool.
gonna put my hand on you, and you're going to all of a sudden feel some heat on you, and that's gonna give you guidance.
So a flaming spark of inspiration and guidance is given to you. You get to roll a d4 on your next try. Apparently somebody
And
has
Orin
faith in
moves pretty far away.
Yes.
you. And finally, the chest gives in to your demands and unlocks itself. Inside, you see some pan flutes, or a pan flute, I should say. And just looking at it, you can see what looks like a snake on the swivel of the pipes, and it kind of like curves a bit. In long tubes is a scaly-faced snake head on its tail, and it curls around the lower ends of the pipe. There's also a black silk shawl inside here, and it looks like something might be inside it.
So what did you
My
find,
character
Starfic?
My character looks heavily annoyed as he picks up the flute.
I think that belongs to you, Surfic. It is a snake.
This is. You can take the black shell. I'm going to walk over here. Because he just gets away from them.
If you want, I can tell you what that is. If I concentrate, I can identify that for you.
This is. Alright, fine. Might as well see what it wanted me to look at.
But maybe we should work with the other chests first. The other 2 chests first, and then we'll deal with the identifying of the items.
Well,
So it'll take some time for me to do them.
Alright, so inside the chest that you're currently looking at, though, there is that black shawl. It looks like there's an object inside the black shawl. It's just like basically a black robe covering something up. And there's also a bag of coins underneath.
Ooh, coins.
Yeah.
How much do we get? We'll deal with that after, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah.
My character was
let's
so
work with-
visibly annoyed at the flute, he didn't even notice the money.
Yeah, that's something.
I'll look at the other chest and be like, Surfic, maybe you should work with this chest. And actually, I'll see Kronk is down, and I will use my last spell slot to grab him and
Oh,
burn
Jesus,
him.
Kronk,
and
did we
heal him at
knock
the
you
same
out
time.
too? Oh no. Everybody was
Well,
at 180.
I was reading it on stream, and if I pass the dex save, I don't think I was supposed to take the poison damage.
No, you
I
still
just took the
take.
1d6 damage.
No, you still took half poison on that.
Yeah, but it says on a success that you don't take any poison damage, or that's it.
Oh, yeah, well, that's you cheating now. What are you doing? Let me double check it though. You got a fair point. Let me double check what I said there. Says man should take half and not poison. You are correct. Yeah, I did write that. So you only took the piercing damage, but I think that was still enough to put you down. But that was only 1 point. Were you at 1?
I was at 6.
Okay, then
Okay, so then I'm not going to
still-
heal you then.
Yeah, you're good.
But maybe still back away anyway.
By the way,
Yeah.
Surfing.
I thought I backed up enough, but apparently not enough.
No, it was like a
So
15-foot
before
cone.
Surfic gets to that chest, Kronk, come here.
You guys go a half a mile down the hallway.
And you
Surfing.
still have that guidance because you didn't use it on the last one, so.
Hey, Surfing.
Yeah, so
You're looking at this
Does this
thing.
one
It doesn't even
does
have a
this-
lock. Doesn't even have a lock on it.
Okay, alright, so Surfik just opens it, just staring at these two as he does it.
Yeah. And what you see is a big old spindle of rope.
Looks in. Oh, it's just rope.
Just rope.
Yep, has several lines of rope stashed in here. It looks like a spindle of about 300 feet of rope on a single spool.
Rope could be useful.
We got rope for days.
It's heavy.
This is a trade facility, so they have like a lot of stuff in big bulk, and that just happens to be one of them.
Well, there's a chest down there too. Maybe we should check that one out.
I think somebody already did.
Alright, we can go check it. Maybe Crunk should have this rope.
Um,
As well, looking, he says, with a very sarcastic tone, he seems to get roped into a lot of things lately.
Ooh.
yeah, you get a rotten tomato
I
for
heard
that
that,
one.
Surfect.
No, we took that. We just.
Okay, so you
we
took it.
decided
Okay,
we're gonna deal with that after.
Yeah.
all right.
I also have the lobstone in the container from the middle chest that I got earlier.
All right, peace. All right, so who's got the shawl? Who's got the shawl with the object?
Orin has the shot and the money.
All right, so do you look in the shawl at all? Otherwise, I'll tell you what you feel in this shawl.
I haven't looked in it yet, but now I'm
Alright.
feeling like I should.
All right, no. I just want to let you know because what you feel is like a small pyramid on top of another pyramid, so it's like a diamond-shaped shard that you feel. There's some, there's some density to it, but it makes like a pyramid shape that's like been glued to another pyramid, so it's kind of like a diamond feel to it.
An interesting rock.
An interesting rock indeed.
I'd like to
but
note
I
that
was
Crunk
gonna-
found the crest board.
Kind of like.
Oh, that's cool.
Wait, that's probably not the right line I wanted to make.
Yeah,
But
my
yeah.
plan is to work with the pan flute and to identify that stuff like later. So that's why I'm kind of not looking at it yet.
Yeah, kind of like that. That's the kind of shape.
Mhm.
Actually, can I look in this chest again with the rope and see if there's anything else in there?
Just a
possibly?
big
Besides
old
just the rope?
spool of rope.
Okay,
It
cool.
took up the entire chest. Yep, that was. I mean, you could chop
then I
off
guess we
pieces
should-
if you need it.
Okay. I guess we'll look at this chest then down here.
Yep, Crunk's looking at a quest board over there.
Kronk, would you like to know what that says?
Oh, definitely. They don't make no sense though, from what I can tell.
Here, I'll post the exact thing that it says in our chat here. So basically, it just has trade route to Timer Castle, 25 ingots of each steel, iron, gold, silver, 3 spindles of cotton fabric. Trade route to Nana. Goddamn, I can't even say the name of my own
Nanai.
city. Nanai. 20 pounds of fire powder, spindle of spark wire, 20 mining picks, 2 picks made of mithril. And yeah, it just kind of like read on there. 50 pallets of bird feed, 20 barrels of grains, 15 barrels of pickled vegetables going to Kiso.
It looks like they need help moving the stuff, guys. Should we help?
I think they're.
Is this the quest
they're
board?
Not worried about that anymore.
Inside this chest here, or do we open it? What are you doing, Surfing?
Yep, I'm going for it. Is there a lock?
I believe it's already been dealt with.
The lock's already been done?
Yeah.
I don't think we did that.
I believe Faustus and the Kobold dealt with it earlier. Hello, I hear noises and I will greet you in a moment, my friends. Thank you so much for your support. And I don't think I copied that correctly.
Shell and I passed by it as we were going to help Amara.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. And she was like looking at that.
Yeah,
Oh,
actually it
so-
didn't have a lock. It didn't have a lock on it at all. They just couldn't carry 10 ingots of iron, 10 ingots of brass, and 10 ingots of silver.
Oh, that silver is worth something, though.
You heard pickles,
Yeah.
you sure did, Moomy. Pickled
Ooh.
vegetables. Yeah,
I'm looking at
that's
that
money.
too, and that's very good crafting materials.
sure is.
Yeah, he
How
looks up.
heavy is an ignet?
Yeah, he looks up at Ore and
Uh,
says, "And the silver is worth a lot too."
I
Well,
think
could you
most
make
of the
some
ingots
silver
are at
weapons?
least, I think each ingot would at least weigh about 10 pounds.
Okay, that's fine for me. I
Just to
have
make
good
it simple.
strength.
Like brass might be a little lighter, and silver might be a little lighter, and iron might be a little thicker. I don't know, but we're just gonna make it 10, just to be even
Okay.
on all
Yeah.
that. So that's like
Looking at
100 pounds worth of metals there each.
Yeah.
looking up at Orion says, "We should probably take the iron and the silver, but the brass can stay."
I agree.
Because this place made us work for it. We might as well take what we want.
Yeah, I can't agree more than that.
Alright. As far as any other significant items here, I guess you can either make investigations or whatnot.
Going for it. Fuck!
There's a lot of things here. Just too much for you to figure out what is what. Half of it's covered up in tarp, and you have no idea what half of it is.
I will investigate as well. I'm looking for like materials probably, or materials or
Yeah, I got your number.
then I'll give myself guidance.
I got your number. Let's see what you find. So, as far as materials go, you're probably looking for the more metallic ones, but instead you find mostly fabrics. But, not only do you find a big old spindle of 3 rolls of fabric made out of cotton, you also see one big spindle of fabric made out of silk. And then there's like a spider silk spool there as well. These spools, though, they're pretty huge. Like, let me see if I can figure this out real quick. About 4 feet wide, and the spool itself has about 2 feet rounded up. Like 2 feet of space taken up there, and it's a big round cylinder. Like they would normally load these into a carriage, and then haul it out from here. So it would definitely take like the back end of a carriage. And usually they pile them on top of each other, and then whenever they get to where they need to go, they just load them up and then unload it on a little spool that they just pull off and get the fabric they need, like if you were at Walmart at that point.
I think I'll cut some of the spider one just because it's interesting that I'm finding spider silk.
Yeah.
So
how much do you want to try to get off there?
Just like a foot, not much.
Make an athletics check just to get to it and try to unwind like a foot of it.
Okay, athletics.
Yeah, this is
guidance
just
myself up, and that
by the
should...
blessings of Torm, you're able to pull out at least 3 or 4 good feet of it. If you wanted to cut even further in.
Yeah, I'll cut 3 feet.
You cut 3 feet. All right, so you cut 3 by 4, and you could put 3 by 4 of spider silk in feet, or however you want to log it on your. And probably doesn't even weigh no more than a pound.
Right.
Because silk's usually light. If I'm wrong, chat, go ahead and at me. It's fine. I like being wrong sometimes. But yeah, you do find that. As far as many of the other materials, there's probably like a lot of crates that are like specially locked down with several padlocks to like keep main. I understand this is tempting, so you might want to get into it, who knows. But there's a lot of pallets that have like locked boxes on the bottom that you would have to undo before you can lift the lid off. Probably need a crowbar just to pop the top off anyway.
I got a crowbar.
You sure do. You want to take...
Might as well. Yeah.
Alright, yeah. Let's see what you get. So yeah, you come up to one of these boxes. There's 4 padlocks around the whole thing. On the bottom, like it's just holding the bottom structure to the pallet.
Okay. Yep. So I'll try and nudge it out.
All right. Yeah. Make an athletics. Yeah. There you go. You're able to like nudge it out and get it out in the open, so you can get to all 4 pieces. As far as like trying to open this somehow, you might be able to get in some groove at the top and try to pop it off, but I mean, the locks are there. I mean, you could probably ask Surfic if you want to see if he can get them undone. It might make it easier. Otherwise, you could just do a straight-up athletics and try to pry the top off.
I'll probably try and pry the top off first. And if that doesn't work, then I'll get Surfic.
You budge
the
and
crowbar
budge. It gives
It's
you
a crowbar,
advantage.
so I have advantage.
Yeah, you have
Yep.
advantage. So yeah, I think with that you're able to like pop off 3 or 4 of the pegs that are like holding it in place, and 3 of the boards kind of like slip past and fall in. And then as you look
Nice.
down, there's like a lot of coal, a lot of black coal, and it's just
Coal
sitting in
is
this
good.
box. Yep.
That's nice.
Quickly, make crunk sit on it. We can make diamonds.
No, I don't
Coal
think
is
that's.
good for coal is good for a forge.
That's very true.
While everybody else is looking, I'll just be looking at the coal and be like, this could be interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of heavy objects in here, and you guys have limited ways of carrying them, especially Amara.
Or carrying capacity to pick up Amara.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably see how much money is in that pouch now.
Alright, let me go look at that. Money, you find 500 gold pieces and 30 platinum. There's also a silver necklace worth 20 gold inside of it that has the shape of a butterfly pendant.
There's a what?
It's got, like, at the end, it's like a butterfly ornament. It's just a pendant worth about 20 gold.
Okay.
Yeah, they could copy that much at the very least. Here you go, I'll post it here so you have it for reference.
I wrote it down. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, how are you going to take it out of the warehouse? Especially when you hear at the front, "Hello? Anybody in there?"
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's my cue to hit stealth.
I'm going to put that pendant of the claw that I picked up from the monk on my chest.
I just want to ask one quick question of business. Is this dead body here?
There's a ton of dead bodies everywhere.
Well, it kind of depends. So Kronk went outside looking for a tree.
Mm-hmm.
So if he found a tree, there wouldn't be any dead bodies around.
Oh, no, you didn't find a tree near here anywhere.
Okay, then there's dead
Yeah.
bodies around.
Yeah, okay, cool. So, yeah, they got their spears out, and they're coming up to the door of this warehouse. And they're, like, looking in. It's like, oh, God, what happened here? Hello? Anybody in there? Announce yourselves. And at this point, what do you guys do? I'll give you a chance to try to figure something out.
I'm gonna tell Surfic I got a pendant from the monk, and I'm gonna put it on myself and be like, I'm part of this group, and I was here for business, and it looks like there was a break-in. How do you think that'll work?
Sure enough, Rylan. There's a lot of bulk here. So, Orin is suggesting... So, Surfix says bye. So, Orin is suggesting to try to deceive, is what I'm hearing. And what about the rest of you?
Like, I guess can we hear them from the doorway?
Yeah, would they be able to hear
No, they're
that?
probably not, but I need to know what they're doing in this moment. Are they staying put? Shella's holding Faustus' hand and everything?
It's like this whole time, like Faustus has been kind of like cuddling up the Amara's body against his and just singing old nursery rhymes.
Kumbaya.
Aww.
Kumbaya. Alright. And Shella's just there, just
Calling
humming.
my lord.
Yeah, and Shella's just like trying to hum, but she can't carry a note.
Yeah, the moment my character heard voices, you just hear a scurrying from his direction, and then suddenly he's gone with like the little bar just like swirling around like a coin before hitting the ground.
Meanwhile, Kronk has gone towards the guards. The guards jump and like get into like a standoff position. Halt! What happened here?
We came looking for the quest for it, and we found all these people.
What happened here? Are you a
Than every
witness?
serial killer ever.
And when Orange sees that, Orange like, well, there goes my idea.
Like, I was
I
looking to
hate
see
them.
who went down there first. Alright, so, like, you're not telling a lie or anything. Like, are you okay? Did something happen? So, did you see what happened? Do you know who did this?
I saw the people, but they ran out the back door.
Gotta roll that deception check, boy.
Yeah, that time you do. Yeah, because I'm over here saying, alright, then I guess they're about to run. So if everybody else is in the back that's aware of the guards, they might want to hide or something. If that's something you want to do, you can make a stealth check or move
after
30 feet
hearing
away.
that, I'm gonna move 30 feet away.
Yep. Serpent is just gonna
No, hold
scurry
on.
on.
Hold on.
over
To be
like a
fair,
fucking
to be
gecko.
fair, to be fair, let me roll the insight. So here's the insight roll.
Out of character, to be completely honest, some of us did go out the back.
That is very true, but you weren't aware of it though.
Oh, I went out the
A
back. At the point.
mechanical
Yeah, I know. So this guard says, "Hey, you go check the back. I'll keep an eye on this guy." All right. So
Scary,
this,
scary. Into
Yeah,
the
yeah.
chest.
yeah. Wait, into the chest? Which one? Okay.
In the middle one.
All right. All right. So this guy is
Should I roll stealth?
probably now. Yeah.
God, I've got disadvantage.
Good luck.
Guidance.
You can always buy yourself advantage with the cookie clusters.
which would then just make it a straight roll.
Sure would, but it's up to you.
But
Oh, well, I guess it wouldn't matter.
11.
Okay, well, he still has to investigate. So these are guards, and, you know, they're average. Doesn't have a... Oh, pacifist 12, though. Okay. Yeah, he kind of, like, catches something out of the corner of his eye, turns towards you. Hey,
But he's moved a
What are
lot
you
more
doing?
than 30 feet.
yeah, well, he's taking his turn. You try to hide. It was his turn again.
I could still move.
You know what? If we're gonna do that, let's roll initiative.
Oh,
Hold on, let me clear it first. Yeah, we'll do initiative. That's the fair way of doing this. Like, I'm not trying to cheapen this for you, but yeah. Okay,
Are we all rolling, or
well, that technically had to be rolled because we needed to know who went first. But yeah, go ahead.
Of
Go ahead.
course.
I mean, yeah, go ahead and roll for initiative because I don't know where this is gonna go next.
and even the dice gods are telling you no.
Not hostile.
Mhm. So he comes up and says, "Sir, are you okay? What happened here?" And he's got his spear still out defensively, trying to gauge who you are. Kind of dark
Well-
back here. It's not really well lit, but it is like a dim light in here.
I was coming here to see some of my associates, and the door was open, and I found bodies, and I just got here recently, and it isn't good.
Make
Looks
that
like there's some
deception.
stuff has been stolen.
All right, yeah, make the
Does your
deception.
pockets jingle?
Chink, chink. This is why he had disadvantage on stealth. We kept hearing chink, 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 chink. Oh no.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to ask you to come with me, sir. I don't know if I can verify your story here. Come on. Come peacefully, nothing will happen to you.
Krung points him. That's him, officer.
As he moves away,
Attack of opportunity?
Yeah.
Oh no.
You're a cleric. Come on.
I'm not. that
I'm the
kind of
bard.
guy.
I'm not the voice of reason.
I mean,
Oh man.
no. What do you want to do, Warren? Sure, go. It's your
Because
reaction.
we did. Yeah, we did. There's no way of getting through this, I feel. So I think I would attack.
Alright, go for it. That's fair. That's a hit.
22.
Yep, that hits. Go ahead and deal some serious damage if you want to knock this guy the puck out. By the way, is this non-lethal?
Non-lethal.
Alright, go ahead and deal damage. He goes, ow! Still standing, rubs his head, feeling the pain from your mace, and he'll take a swing at you and he'll call out, I've been attacked! And gets a wow. Why is this? All right, so it's not posting to you guys. I'll adjust that. I don't feel like this needs to be hidden. Where's it at?
It didn't hit the.
It hits a 17. Okay, so your AC is a little higher. Let me double check. That is the only attack he makes. And the other guard goes, "What? My friend's under attack. You stay here," he says to the turtle man. And do you do anything, Krunk?
If he's walking past me, I'm definitely gonna grapple.
Oh, okay. Yeah, make a nap.
Oh my god!
So he gets here, and then he's about to get out of your threat range, and then you react with the grapple. Go for it. He will make a counter. He's kind of like, what are you doing? Yeah, you win. He is grappled.
Kronk wants a hug.
Yeah, so Krunk gets the hug.
We mean you no harm.
I guess we're gonna go into battle music for a little bit.
Oh my god!
Welcome back to the battle scene, my friends. We weren't planning on it, but hey, here we are again. Alright, so guards, try to move out to give you a chance to give yourself up. That got boiled. Next up is Faustus. You hear some clank clunk going on over here. Definitely odd. It's not a treasure chest.
What on earth is happening out there?
Oh, I forgot to add Shella. Let me get her on there. You're still first. Or no, she is. Should I go check it out?
No, maybe I should go first. Just look after Amara. If anything looks bad, try to hide. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, so she'll use her action to try to stuff Amara into a cabinet.
Roll that strength check, Shella.
I'm working on it. Give me a second. She opens up the cabinet first, and then she starts to lift up Amara by her arm. So let's see how that goes. And yes, go ahead and do your turn while I'm doing this. This is 4.
Oh, I was rooting for you, Shella.
Yeah, I would, Stu. I mean, at least it's not a 0.
Nah.
At least it's not a 0. Alright, go ahead, Faustus.
Yeah, so do I see anything from this point that's the...
Yeah, you're technically up on the railing. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, you would be able to see that guy. That's just... Yeah, you'd be able to see him right there. You can choose to come down these stairs, or you can stay up on the railing if you want.
You know what? It's, yeah, like
Stay
Faustus... What?
What?
Stay up.
It's like he will stay on the railing just so he can get like a better view of everything. But just like,
Yeah.
Alright, what on earth is happening?
Do you respond to him, Orin?
Yes, we need help.
So help was asked for. What do you do?
It's like I see it's the local guard.
Yeah. Yeah. The local.
No, they're the local
It's
guards, though.
Well,
Like,
they're not wearing the
Not from
pendant. They just saw a couple of dead bodies, or at least one of them, out front, and they're like checking in on this place.
alright, everyone with cool heads, please! If someone would like to come up here, I can explain things. My word.
So you're trying to persuade them to put down their arms. You have total disadvantage on this. You know that, right?
Yep.
Go for it, Faustus. Let's see how you persuade them. Like the DCs. You know, if I tell you the DC, you're going to meet it, so I'm not going to tell you.
Oh.
But he's a warlock, so he has charisma.
I mean, I can at least...
Well, hang on now. Eldritch Blast has taught us anything.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hey, he did really good with his Eldritch Blast.
You know, that is a charisma-based attack, so yeah, that's a good way to persuade them. I like that persuasion. So which persuasion check do you want to make? The one with your pistol whip hand, or the one with the words?
It's like...
You need some inspiration? Here, I can help you out. Hold on one second.
Do it. Just do it. Come on. It'll only hurt him for a moment. And then I'll come up there and I'll take his soul back to hell. It'll be perfectly fine. Just do it.
How did this happen in just a span of a few minutes? And he And he just launches the Eldritch Blast at the one attacking Orin.
You what? No!
You are the cleric. Alright, so go for it. That's a hit. And that's an Eldritch Blast, so there's no negotiating after that.
I'm staying in the box.
We'll lock it after we're done, don't worry. Alright, Faustus, anything else?
It's like, how did this happen? He's just kind of like pinching the bridge of his nose.
Good.
My character just saw that from the box.
Alright, Kronk, you got this guy grappled. Are you doing anything to him?
I'm gonna let him go. I'm like,
Right.
we do not wish to hurt you.
We do not want to hurt you as he watches.
Meanwhile, we hear from the back of the.
Oh no!
What was that noise? But you are trying to convince him, so I will allow you the persuasion at disadvantage because you guys are in combat. He's struggling to get free, but you still have him in a grapple. He doesn't seem to be persuaded by your mellow tones.
Okay, I'm gonna pick him up and walk him outside.
Yeah, you can move. You still got movement, so you can move half your movement with him.
That should get me outside.
5, 10, 15. What's your movement? 30?
Yeah, 30.
Yeah, so you can get him there. Right by the door, and he's trying to grab the door, and it just kind of like falls off its hinges, like, let me go! Let me go! Alright, is that the end of your turn?
We are the good guys.
We were just looking for the quest board. Can't you help me? Oh, okay, Kronk. Love it. Alright, Surfic, you're inside the chest.
I just watched all this happen. I just watched Faustus fucking Nuka guy. I just watched Krunk drag the other one outside to his doom from the corner of my spectrum, if I can. If not, I still just saw Faustus Naka guy.
Alright,
and he wasn't even part of the cult.
On point. What are you doing? I don't need to know the extras.
I'm just staring outside the crack of the chest.
Do you want to prepare an action?
No, I'm gonna prepare. I'm staying inside the fucking chest.
Alright then, let me move on to, well, Amara, do you even wake up?
She said she was gonna be out for the next 8 hours and taking a long rest, and nobody's left the warehouse!
I know, right? You thought you were going to get away with that. Like, technically, I mean, you could wake up if you want. They are making a lot of noise.
No. Sticking to what I'm going with.
Alright.
I'll need to figure this out.
Alright, hey, Orin, it's your turn again. And then the guards get to go. Or the guard gets to go.
Okay, so let me see. I can't.
Let me go! Let me go! Yeah, you're seeing Kronk drag him outside to the public. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, he's still inside the door.
Sacred flame him.
Okay, go for it. Roll that damage, and I'll get you some dex saves on that. The dex, right?
Yep.
He fails. And he's still. Oh yeah, he can't even make a dex save, right? So you're just basically forcing him to take the damage. He lights up for a moment with the sacred energy just burning into him. He lets out a loud, "Ah! What are you people doing in this place?" And he tries to reach for a horn that's on his necklace. And
yep. My turn's over.
Yeah. So he grabs for the horn, and he's going to try to blow on it. But, you do have him kind of like in a bear hug. Let's see if he has... We're going to make a con save to see if he has enough air to blow out this horn. We hear a burp, and that's it. Meanwhile, back in the office. Okay, I got this. Hold on. Maybe if I get a running start. So she kind of like runs backwards for a second. Grapples. Yep, she grapples her by the shoulder, and then she charges into the cabinet with her. And then she forces herself loose of Amara, and then we see her fall into the cabinet. The door is shut on her, and she just, uh-oh, this cabinet might have locked me in. And she's like shaking the doors free. Faustus, hey, how's it going? You heard a soft boop and a hey, let me out!
Why is everything falling apart around me?
Because we lingered, that's why.
Like I guess Faust is going to go check on Amara.
Ooh, excuse me.
Hasn't moved an inch.
No, yeah, for no better lack of trying. Don't get me wrong. Shella has been trying.
He'll dash over to the...
Yeah, you don't see Shella anywhere, but you do see a cabinet door jumping back and forth.
Shut up. I want you to tell me that you're not in that cabinet.
I can tell you that, but I don't think that's gonna be the truth. I'm not in the cabinet. I'm in the cabinet corner, if that makes it any better.
So I don't exactly have anything to get you at. It's the...
Yeah, well, I mean, you used your movement to dash too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
So you're just there having that brief conversation, taking in the scenery. Hey, Crump, where do you want to go with this guy? You just been burned to death by your friend Orin.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get him away from the people that are doing him all the harm. So I'm just gonna move him another foot or two into where he's kind of safe.
All right, so you move him out here.
I was thinking kind of more over here.
All right, so you move where you want to be, and I'll move him next to you. There you go.
And I'm just gonna let go of him. Like, these are the bad guys. We do not want any trouble.
So he's able to breathe, and he's like, I'll go get help.
Okay, but remember, my friends are only scared. If you come and talk back peacefully, there will not be any more violence.
I love you, Kronk, but I hate you at the same time.
This is not going well.
Make a persuasion check, and then I will resolve this later, I'm sure. Yeah, okay, that's good. I'll mentally note that on this guy here, that there was a 10 persuasion on this. Hey, it's not bad, it's not good, it's right there in the middle, right? So on his turn, he looks like he's gonna leave you and try to get help. Surfing!
Even if I had advantage, it would not have helped.
Yeah, not
Now-
really. Just stay
Now
put?
the guards are... Sorry.
Staying put,
Now
or...
the-
Yeah, go ahead.
No. So now the guards are gone, and this fucking charade has just gotten worse beyond all need of recognition. With that, the chest pops open, and Faustus hopefully would be able to hear, Faustus, get Amara! Take her out of here! We might have to bail Crunk and Orin out of jail later!
Hold on, I gotta check
Oh
something.
my god!
I gotta check something in this
So
chest.
the chest... I'm
His
gonna need
actual god.
Hey, Surfic, quick question.
Hmm?
Do you still have that huge file container with you? That has like a locking mechanism on it?
Yes.
Alright, I just wanted to make sure we got all the stuff. Alright, cool.
So with that being said, popping out of the chest and double movement out of here, just scurrying along like a frightened gecko.
Alright.
Why does the song have to play as soon as I do
I'm just waiting for you guys to actually find the quest board now.
It's your Sonic the Hedgehog butt metal as you run.
I think we are gonna find that quest board.
Yes.
And my character just starts scurrying off.
There you go. There you go. Alright.
Like-
Yeah, I won't allow you to make a stealth check yet. Because you had to use your act. Oh, wait. Bonus action to dash or action to dash?
Not a rogue.
Oh, no, you're Bard. Never mind. You don't get that shit.
Bard.
Sorry, I've been dealing with the weekend. There's way too many players. You have to forgive me. Alright.
Okay.
You're fine.
Imara. You staying asleep? Yep, alright. That's fair. That's fair. Orin, hey, how's it going?
I can't get there in time to get the guy, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Can you? Like, you don't even know what he said, so yeah, you would probably still want to run out there and try to catch up, huh? I don't know. Let's take a look here.
Yeah.
Like, it would take all of your movement to get a line of sight on him again. With the dash action.
I realize Punk is trying to keep him away, and at this point, knowing that the guard is, knowing what Punk is doing, I'm probably suspecting Punk probably is trying to let him go.
Yeah, let's be fair here. So, like, Kronk literally pulled him out of your line of sight, so that would definitely trigger something, right? For you to
Yeah.
think.
So I'm probably gonna leave. I'm probably gonna head towards Surfing.
Yeah, so, like, this would probably be an ideal route. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
End my turn.
Next up, the guard. He says, I'll be back. I'll get help. And then he'll dash off screen about 20 more feet or so. And then we hear a loud, hey, let me out! Alright, we're gonna see if she can bust herself out. Oh! I mean, this is a cabinet. All of a sudden, we see the double doors open and she spills out. She trips and falls on top of Amara and then behind her. Ow! That hurt!
Okay, at least you got yourself out. By the way, I recall when we had noticed, you said there was a chute in this room?
Yes. Like, apparently this here, there's like a lever next to it to where you think you might be able to open it and it'll drop off to the back.
Like,
Go,
so
guard,
take,
go.
so it'll take them to this back area.
I would have yelled also, we need to escape.
Alright, so yeah, they're yelling, run, 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 we gotta go, we can't stay here. What are you intending to do here, Faust? Is the weakest of the
I
weak
was trying
back
to
here with the
figure out
bar?
if the chute actually like led outside of the building.
You want to investigate that real quick, or try to move Amara at the same time? What's the plan? Like
It's
Shell.
mostly just because like I wish this girl wasn't heavy. Because it makes it impossible to do this with the two weakest people in the party.
Well, I'll give you advantage with Shella. She'll help you. You're looking to beat a 15, I think. I think a 15's fair. So you both grab underneath her an arm each, and then you try to drag her towards the chute. So go ahead and roll me athletics with advantage.
Like I'll even throw guidance because Lord fucking knows I'm going to need it. Oh god. Oh,
nice! You did it. You did it.
You got a crit.
So both of you 5, 10, 15. I'm going to go ahead and give you get her all the way over to the chute, and then you got a moment to like investigate it if you want. I'll move this corpse over for you. So you and Shella are over here now.
Alright, investigating.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm just.
So
Shella's
Shella's over there listening to you. You like pull that lever, and you're looking down, and yeah, there's a false bottom in the chute. That when that lever pops up, it opens up the bottom of the chute. So it's like a stash getaway. Like this was made for like the office to be cleared out quickly and dropped into some kind of chute into the bottom where it might pop out into a carriage or what have you. But yeah, that seems to be what they intended to do with Amara. Like they were going to get a carriage under there and drop her off and be on their way. But it does lead completely out.
Huh, this is just like Father's office.
Did they have one installed in every city, right? A reason for the marriage.
Yes, I guess if they're still able to, they're going to try to escape through this chute.
Yeah. So for now, yeah, like the chute's open for a moment, and I guess that's the end of your turn. Like it's open right now, so you got it open. You can see the outside, and the next step will be to try to escape next turn. All right.
Okay.
Yep. But yeah, I gave you a lot of wiggle room on that because I figured that'd be enough for that. Kronk, you're watching the guard run to get help and blowing on the horn.
Kronk's just gonna wait him out.
Alright, staying put.
Yep.
Perfect. 90 to nothing.
I'm getting the fuck out of here.
So as soon as you go out the door, what direction do you go?
I'm gonna go out the back with a stealth check.
Yep, go for it. Alright, and then tell me where you land so I can gauge. Like you're not... Yeah, I just want to know if you'll be able to see something. This guy's not here, by the way. Alright.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm going that way.
So you would technically see like the flap of this thing hanging open. And probably next turn when they come out, you'll see 3 tumbling bodies. We'll see what happens. Ibarra, you're still sleeping. Orin.
Sleeping cutie.
6, and I'm dashing.
Yeah, you see
So I
that
noticed
open
that
chute.
flap.
Yeah.
I would probably be like, I told him to escape, so maybe I'll head towards that. Because
Yeah.
the rear will help. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm good.
Alright, cool. Guard is on the run. Hasn't found anybody yet. Shella kind of like grabs onto Amara. And on her held action is to jump down the chute with all 3 of you. That's her intent. So Faustus, you can make an athletics check to lift Amara, and with Shella giving you advantage, and all 3 of you can try to get down the chute.
Okay. Please.
You got this.
Please.
Pray to your patron!
Demon Daddy.
12 enough?
So you manage to get Amara halfway up, and then Shella's like dangling outside the chute, trying to hold Amara's hands, and you're both trying to pry her completely over the railing. Not enough to get her there, but I'll say you made some progress. Orin, you see kobold feet dangling in the air. So
Interesting.
so she's like right here. Amara's like right there, but she's still on the railing. And then probably with at least another 12 or so, you might be able to lift the legs and push her down the chute on the next turn. Kronk,
So fucked up.
yeah, Kronk, you staying put?
We need to get this girl a bag of holding.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the guards.
You see this guy you knocked out just muttering in his sleep. Surfing.
I'm gonna just quickly run over while giving Orin a bit of a stink eye.
This
The
is
character
I'm out
felt.
surfing. There you go.
Giving you-
I mean, technically you can go through his space if you need to.
I'm staying stealth, so I'm only doing movement.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Alright, so next up, Amara, you're dangling like a balancing act right now. See a nose bubble pop, but she's still asleep. Orin, you're up.
No, bubble, but she.
We have a witness over there, which isn't good. Can I go there and hold them?
You can try, yeah. Can you make it over there and have an action?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I can't.
I just realized the one person that always tells the truth is about to get caught by the guards.
And there's a freaking guard unconscious that can corroborate that.
No, the guy
Bad guys are
that's
us.
no, the guy unconscious is
My
one
God,
of the bad guys.
True.
Yeah. So there's like, okay, so down the street, you see at the corner, there's another guard that like joins up with them, and he says this ain't going to be enough. We got to get some more. There's a whole group of them in there. I think Jeff is dead. And they kind of like turn around the corner to try to get more guards.
God!
Kronk, you fuck!
All right, so here, Shella's going to try to do an athletics check on her turn with advantage. She's just too hairy. Faustus, you could do it with advantage as well.
Okay.
Heave!
We can do
Oh!
this. I believe in me. I believe in the me
I
that
believe in
believes
you.
everyone else.
I believe in you.
And believe in your God.
21.
Yes, and then
Hell
all of a
yeah.
sudden she falls on the ground, Amara on top of her. Ow! And then we see him fall almost face first, but you roll and tumble. Make an acrobatics check. You were the one that's kind of like getting pulled down.
We hear a crunch.
Shella softened the landing for
Shella?
Amara.
That's
She
9.
crushed it all? Oh my god.
Yeah, so here, we'll just do this. 1d6 for the both of you. So 3 points of bludgeoning damage as we fall and hit our heads. And
Wait, did Shella just take 3 damage?
she sure did.
Shella's down.
She's like a fucking yo-yo.
God, and Mara just killed her with her.
Gonna have to
I
kill
killed her!
again.
Hey, you know what, to be fair, she put herself in that situation, am I right? Not Amara, the kobold. Okay, Crump, you see them turn the corner and they're still gone for a little bit. Do you just hang around and wait?
Yeah, he is.
I'm looking forward to taking you to jail. Alright. Surfic, you can
Surfic.
proceed.
Continues to scurry.
Mm-hmm.
Over
Mara?
as he looks up to Orin and says, "Alright, just pick up Amara. We gotta go."
Can you get Shella?
Because yes, I can pick up the toothpick.
Because she needs healing.
Help me, you bastard!
He looks up at Orin. She needs therapy.
I have a feeling she's going to be making
Dude,
death
but right now
saves.
she needs health more than anything.
Orin, you're up.
Okay, I'll go pick up more. I guess I'll buff myself up with guidance. Try and pick her up, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
We all live together.
Athletics.
Yeah, athletics to carry. Alright, yeah, you can like sling her.
Oh.
So you kind of like sling her arms around your shoulder, maybe pull her up by the legs, and you got her like straddled like a backpack, and you're able to move on with her. So go as far as you can go with her, and you step over Shella. I'll put Shella over here for now.
Well,
And
I
then-
would probably move forward, or probably not towards that way. I would move.
Well, I would
wherever looks
consider.
safer, which is
Yeah, I would consider you probably
Yeah.
going off the map at this point. So I'm just going to put you over
Yeah.
there for reference.
Yeah.
There are about 6 guards coming down the alleyway now towards you, Kronk. But there'll be a turn or two before they get to you.
Kronk waves.
Okay. Yeah, they see you and they wave back. Shella will make her first death save. Get a 20, girl. Okay, she survives. 1 death save for her. Faustus, you're prone.
So I use half my movement to get up,
Fair
and I guess he'll try to pick up Shella because he doesn't have healing himself.
Yeah, make an athletics. I mean, you're doing good on those, so should be able to pick her up.
15.
Just like the bride to be, she slumps into your arms and you're able to pick her up.
It's like, all right, let's get out of here and figure out what to do later. Oh my fucking god.
I love where it is.
You know, marriage comes with benefits, right?
The conversation
Not
continues.
now, Orin.
Oh man. Oh man. Okay. Guard. Let me find the guard on this list now. All right, he should be here. Where is he? All right, guard. I know you're here somewhere. All right, maybe it's not. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't expect. Wait, that's not a guard. What did I just pull over? 6. Okay, never mind. It was a guard I pulled over. Oh, no, it wasn't. All right, you don't want that. Trust me, you don't want that. So yeah,
It's 5
these.
guards and Big Bertha.
Well, that might have been a familiar. Like that's as far as they get on their turn. They're fixing to approach the street on your next turn there. Well, actually, it's not even their turn yet. Kronk, you're staying put though, right?
Yep.
And Surfic, you're making a mad dash out of here.
Yeah, once everyone's got it, guys. Alright, now we run. Go, 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 go!
Yeah, so you guys get away scot-free. So you're able to start traversing the city to go wherever you need to go. However, Gronk, we're just going to go ahead and skip to your scene now. As these 6 guards come around and say, alright, so you're going to tell us exactly what is going on here.
Oh my god, I just realized the only guard that's seen Orin's face is dead.
It's probably a good thing.
I came here looking for the quest board to help people. And these gentlemen were trying to bully us, so I knocked this one here out because he was going to hurt me.
So it was self-defense then?
Yes. There
Hello.
there are many people dead inside, but I didn't kill any of them.
Make a persuasion check. This isn't about the killing, this is about the quest board. We don't have like a quest board per se, but if you go to the 8 pillars, it's an adventuring guild, and they have like quests inside there if you want to go there.
Where is that at?
Oh, well, you just go back the way you came. You go up the road about 5-6 blocks, and then turn right, and then you'll see this big mausoleum-looking thing with 8 pillars. It's got this cool architecture around each one of them. You can't miss it. All right, guys, let's go inside and
trees?
investigate. Yeah, kind of like. Well, no, it looks like they got wyverns on it. Don't worry, you can't miss it though. And the guards are now going to go inside and try to investigate.
Can Crunk take a quick look at him and see if he notices like any talons on their necks or anything?
Yeah, make a perception check or investigation, whenever one feels better for you. No, you don't. Yeah, you don't see any on them anyway. Like, they are definitely dressed differently than the guys that were inside. The guys inside had cloaks and the pendant, but you don't see any pendants on them. And these guys are dressed in like leathers, and they're carrying spears. They look like the guards you've seen on the street at almost every other corner that you kind of like come through. So this patrol has come over here to see what happened.
And Kronk meanders off.
Okay, and they pay you no mind because they had this lovely, peaceful conversation with you, and all you were looking for was the damn quest board. Now you got a lead. And that is where I think we should take our break. How do you guys feel about 5 minutes to recover from that?
That was good.
I just.
You are the cleric!
I'm not that kind of cleric.
Alright, so we're going to take 5 minutes break. We're going to get a drink. We're going to use the restroom. We'll be right back. Also, just wanted to do a quick shout out for our sub only. I believe we will be starting that Sunday, 12 p.m. Central. So if you are subscribed to the channel, you can join that open RP. And it's going to kind of like work like Fridays, but with a little bit more detail to it. You'll be able to play those summoning classes. You can pay me to put up with some shenanigans and stuff like that. To where, you know, Friday we have a lot of people to go through, and we just need to kind of like condense that. So if you're looking for an open role play with more restrictions removed, come on Sunday. Join us for the sub only. That is only, all you gotta do is sub to the channel. Use your Twitch Prime. I mean, they spend the same. Or if someone gives you a sub, boy, that'd be crazy, wouldn't it? But thank you guys. We'll be back at 5. See you shortly.
That was awesome.
So why
And I'll unmute. Hey, welcome
So the
back,
re-
everybody. We are back from break. We're about to jump right back into it, and apparently everybody has found their own way to get back to wherever they want to go. So I guess the question is, where do you guys want to go?
We're getting the fuck out of Dodge.
How out of Dodge are we getting?
Well, Surfix is ducking and dodging between trash cans, anything to keep himself hidden, keeping up with the party.
Yes, and where is the rest of the party heading off to? An inn, a tavern, or are you heading out of town? Or you? What's the intent here?
Kronk's meandering back to the tavern. He needs a nap.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say definitely the shady tavern that they were at would probably pretty easily get them a room if it were available. So he probably would have directed the group in that direction.
Yeah, let's go that way.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that. We know that the guard that saw Oren and Fossis was taken care of, and the other guard didn't see us, so we should be safe. So.
All right. So, I mean, the tavern's the Hellstone Tavern, but all they have is drinks. But the inn is right next door to it, called the Dragon Claw Inn.
Yeah, we haven't gone there yet, so we'd probably go to the Dragon Claw Inn to get a room, and Oren would suggest we get one room and all just stick together for now.
So, if you wanted to look for a room for all 5 of you, probably get like 5 beds or something in a single room, like a big, large room. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah.
I think they could set that up for you for 5 gold.
I'll pay it 5 gold.
Alright, and as you kind of like come in, you can see in the common room Ninny, who is still like seated off by herself at a table where she's just patiently waiting. She turns her head towards the group of you, nods solemnly, and kind of like you can almost see that she's looking deeply in that direction as her eyebrows kind of like furrow right above the blindfold that she has. And she kind of like calls over, are you all alright? What's going on?
My character obviously shaking like a leaf. No, we're not.
I think we're fine. We just ran into some issues, but for the most part, we're pretty good.
Are you in need of aid?
Well, yeah, we could use some help. Shella's kind of knocked out, and then we have Amara, who's in a trance, like say. We don't know what's wrong with her.
As I said before, I believe she's just very, very tired.
I see you've
But
got a
she will
room.
wake.
How about we head to the room and I'll see if I can help you.
What was that?
That was me trying a woman's voice. Was it any good?
It's terrifying.
That sounds like your mom.
Try it again.
Hold on.
I think she said she would help us.
I will come and help you. By high pitch this, does it sound better?
It seems
Did it-
distant.
Is it? Maybe I'll just throw it in the trash. That one's probably no good.
Let's
All
stick
right.
with your own voice.
All right. Yeah. But Ninny just kind of like continues up with you, and I'll follow you guys upstairs. It looks like you need to get these guys to sleep.
Thank you, Ninny.
Mm-hmm. And as you kind of like travel up to the room, shut the door behind you, she just kindly like watches you set them down on a bed, I assume. Like, what do you plan on doing here?
Yeah, I would lay Amara down gently on the bed.
Yeah, looking at Surf says, we did find who we were looking for, the claw people. But everything went really bad, and now the gods are involved, and I'm pretty sure Krunk just got arrested.
Wait, but Krunk wasn't with you all.
He actually took one of the guards. He was manhandling one of the guards out. So
I would
we don't
assume.
know what happened to Krunk.
I'm
hold
going
on.
to need a
One
drink after
second.
this.
Yeah, 1 second. I think Kronk would actually be able to catch up with you guys just at the same time, because you were kind of
okay.
like lagging. You were kind of lagging behind carrying the body, and then Kronk just takes his time
Yeah.
anyway. So it would make sense that about the same time, if Kronk wanted to, he can be like showing up about the same time you got the rooms.
Hops
because
in the door.
We would be moving
Hello.
he'd be moving faster than us.
Yeah.
Carrying bodies.
If he wanted
Actually, no, scratch that. But yeah, that's better yet. Adding to that,
How about
looking
we
over at Krunk.
How about we let Krunk decide? Like, how fast were
Right.
you moving coming to the the inn?
Just to make life simple, I'm walking in the door as they're finishing this conversation.
Yeah, so as they're like going up the stairs, you kind of like follow up with them.
Yeah.
There's Gronk.
Look at this. How are you not arrested?
I told them the truth, and they told me where to find the quest map or quest board at.
We found the
Looks like-
quest board.
Orange just sits his head and like, I have no idea how he's not arrested. But I'm glad. You don't have to go and kill guards to arrest him.
He looks over his. Actually, no. Surfik looks over at Orin and says, "You're the one who attacked the guard first."
Yes, he saw me and he wanted to take us in. Do you want to go into the prison after we just had to fight our way out?
Looking at us.
It's like, we had to kill those people. It's not. So, they technically were defending and we were the ones breaking in.
Looking at us says, Orin, you know what they do to Yanti in prison, right?
No, but the thing is, we technically broke in and they were defending it. So if anyone was going to be at fault, was going to be us.
I'm not sure what all you did, and I'll pretend I didn't hear half of it. But you see Ninny like put up her hand, and I'm just gonna put us over here. I think, kind of theater of the mind at the moment. So Ninny puts up a hand, kind of focuses, and you hear her intone, walking the third path. And then all of a sudden you see a bright light ignite around, and there's this breeze that travels throughout the room. Everybody around her within about 10-15 feet regained 10 HP. So go ahead and add 10 to your health as she casts Healing Wind on you.
Nice.
And she kind of like looks over to see if like Amara's coming to or anything, because she knows for a fact like her healing touch should bring somebody out of unconscious state unless something more troubling is happening. So is Amara still out?
Who's in the room right now?
Everybody that you see here plus Ninny.
Oh, this is awkward. It's a point, Amara, where it's just enough that you see her body start moving, fingers start twitching, see her head kind of jerking in place, and things start smoothing out. There's this weird kind of sound, like a grinding of things, and Imara's eyes open. She sits up suddenly like Jack, and she turns to everyone. Turns to everyone and says,
Hello. I am Iota Series M5001, domestic prototype. How do you do?
Angela, do you need CRP?
Staring's like, Mara, are you alright? Amara? What are you talking about?
What do you mean prototype?
Sorry, who are you?
I am Kronk.
What do you mean by prototype?
Yeah, let me roll an insight.
Inside it is. It's pretty good. Amara, do you want to roll, what, persuasion? I mean, you're not technically...
I mean, what do you want? It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
face value kind of thing.
Yeah. What are you
It
looking
is
for in
what
that
she
insight?
is.
So is this where it comes out?
I mean, what is a prototype, you wonder? Sort of, when you insight, you're kind of like seeing what that means in a person's body language, and she just sort of like splat that out like a a personal title, like Lord of so and so and this and that.
Of all and
It's
this
what
and
I-
that.
It's what I was thinking then.
What were you thinking?
When I checked.
Mara.
Gets up and she rolls out of bed and, is that a puppy? And she points.
No, I'm not a puppy. What are you doing?
You're a puppy.
Oh gosh,
Boss,
it's trying to
what-
perform CRP on me now.
So looking over this,
Ah.
Faustus, what did you think about it?
Just like trying his best to turn his attention away from Amara chasing after Shella.
Oh no.
so this is an assumption, and mainly an assumption from Surfect. But he looks over at Foss and says, "She's a construct."
She's at the very least not human. As I was checking her vital signs earlier, she was. Well, she didn't exhibit any of the normal signs. The only thing that I could tell that to make sure that she was even alive was that she still had a heartbeat, but everything else, it was. Well, she was cold. And I think the black stuff that we found on her might have actually came from inside of her.
So you think she's
Golly, it's rude to talk about someone when they're standing right here. I don't recognize you guys. You look funny.
And she points to Seraph.
My character's frowning. His tongue is out. He looks sad. This guy says, "Mara, don't remember us? Anything?"
Mara? Is that my name?
And she spins around.
Where's Gerhardt?
You
Oh,
like
you poor
stones
dear.
and have a knack for wanting to find all kinds of different stones and gems and crystal.
Amara,
That's
question.
me. I do like stones.
Question for you, Amara. Would a lesser restoration heal this memory loss, or would you think not?
It would kind of like kick back her little database into the function. It'll come back eventually, but like when you a hard restart,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no.
Because Ninny is
Sure.
confused
Go
as
ahead.
well. Because no, Ninny had like a conversation with you, and she's already kind of like looking concerned, and she just kind of like brushes a hand next to your cheek. You poor child. Walking the third step, may light protect you. And that soft light that healed you before now tries to perform a lesser restoration.
Oh, that feels warm.
And you kind of see her eyes like flicker and change, like information's being downloaded.
Maynard,
never-
My head.
oh
I personally
no,
never
I hate to
touched
say
you.
this, but she has AOL.
Oh no!
It's worse than I. No, okay, sorry, that was me playing.
No,
it's
no,
worse-
her
You hear
information
like
center.
that dial-up tone as she's like downloading her memory.
No, it's even worse. Her information center's Bing.
I for one have always thought
Too
she
many Trojans.
wasn't really human because look at her.
Yep.
She's
Me,
not.
of course I'm
typical-
human.
You just said you're a prototype.
I'm a human prototype.
A human prototype. But
With that, looking at Scare says, "I think I can kind of put together what she's talking about. Artificers
Yes,
like to
you're-
make weird things."
What do you mean, Seraph?
maybe her father created her. Like, not in the typical sense.
Can you let me go? I
Manufactured.
can't take this anymore.
Shelra's got her neck.
Screws are harder. As
Sorry.
with that, Scare says, "Mara, is everything alright?"
I'm gonna.
You say that again? You've been cutting out.
Is everything alright?
Oh, I'm cutting out. Excuse me. Hang on.
Yeah, jump out, jump back in.
Faustus, can I see your knife for a second?
What are you planning to do with the knife?
I want to cut myself.
I mean,
What?
Wait. I disconnected and reconnected.
Uh-huh.
People were cutting out. What's going on?
Oh, he's just
or
asking
just like, can I have
for
your
an-
knife? I want to cut myself.
I
Uh,
won't tell you I won't tell you what not to do with your life, but
This
I-
is you said she was. I probably wouldn't have noticed the black stuff, right?
you
when I
kind of
got in.
didn't really check, I don't think.
Yeah, I didn't really check her. So when they said that, I'd be like, well, so now I want to do an experiment.
Yeah,
Basically.
only Surfict and Foss has probably gotten really up and close to that.
So I would.
What are you guys talking about?
Orin takes a knife and cuts his hand. So this is what a human This is what a human bleeds. You don't.
I do
this
that
is not what
too.
she bleeds, does she?
Orin, please, just be a
Yeah.
little bit more calm. Be a little bit
Walking
more
the
gentle with
third
this.
path.
I
Amara,
bleed.
Then let me see your hand and let's see.
Alright,
if you
alright.
bleed like we did.
Orin,
Oh, wait
for
a minute.
once in your life, think about what you're fucking doing.
Alright, calm down, guys. Please. Stop. Orin. Yes, please. That's not the best way to go about this. And Nini's, like, speaking this out. And she puts a hand over Amara, like, to protect her, like a mother. This child has
Amara hugs Ninny like, this guy is crazy.
been... and she puts a hand over your frame, and she's like, there, child. I understand. Listen, that's not the way to do this. I've seen this before. Perhaps just let her work this out, and she'll understand who she is in good time. There's no need to rush this.
Yeah, he nods.
I do believe that she probably should still get some more rest.
Next time she
I don't
gets
think
shot
she's
with
quite
an
how
arrow,
she
let
wants.
me see
Who I
the
am.
blood.
Okay, Orin.
Looking
what-
over Orin, it's just, Orin, I swear, I
Oh.
may not be stronger than you, but I will punch you.
Alright, let me hear what Orin
Go
was
right
saying.
ahead.
Let me hear what Orin was saying before you asked that, because he was trying to say something. Go ahead, Orin.
I was saying, it's like the next time she gets shot with an arrow, we need to see her blood so we can show her she's not human.
I
I'm
mean,
not saying that. Of course I'm human. Why would you say such a horrible thing?
and
It's not a
Nini
horrible
hugs
thing.
her.
Surfic's not human.
As my character slumps, and he's like,
I'm not human either. Can you please let me go now?
Shella's like trying to kick out of your grasp.
Shella's not human.
I'm not a puppy either.
Oh boy.
There's nothing wrong about not being human, but it would be nice to know if what you are. You said you're a prototype.
I
You're
am human.
okay,
You're a
just, Orin,
construct.
Okay,
Orin, please
okay,
leave
yeah.
the room.
Oh god.
I paid for the room.
Alright, so Nini bows down to Amara and goes, "Would you like to stay with me today?"
She nods and stays with Ninny.
And Nini
I'm
turns
looking
to the group and says, "Listen, she's been through a lot today, and I understand. But let's let her rest, okay? I'm just going to take her to another room so she can rest."
Nods, and with that, looking at us, says, Amara?
Mm,
Walking over, he hugs her tightly and says, I'm glad you're alright. I'm sorry.
She hugs you back, and this time you can actually feel her skin.
He doesn't care.
Perfect marble, and it moves and it kind of feels like skin. It's even painted to be perfectly like skin, but it's not quite the same.
He he notices it, but he doesn't care at this point. He's just hugging Amara.
Shella walks over to Orin and starts to hold his hand after she hears she's got a bed tonight.
Well, you could sleep with Foster still. You
Like-
could
Well,
still
you're
share a bed with
you're so
Foster.
kind to me. You've been a big help. So she gives you the public display of affection, holding hands.
So that is
just
the
about
highest
to-
display of affection.
You know, holding, Shella, you know, holding hands means nothing, right?
Orin, I swear I'm going to push you out a window.
Okay. All right. Pause. Pause. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's roll a d6. Actually, we'll count Nini as not being here. This is going to be the order, guys. Oops. Faustus will put you there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This card goes to Shella. Or should I give it to Amara? Should I give it to Amara? I should just give
Give
it.
it to Amara.
I'll give it to. I'm giving it.
Give it to Amara.
You know what? I'll let Mimu. Mimu, you decide who it goes to, since it's went to an NPC. So if you're out there in chat, tell me who deserves this deck of many things draw. Congratulations to Mirthville. He is now level 30. His next goal is 50. He gets to 50. That campaign will get a draw from the deck. Imara, she needs it. Uh-oh.
Yay!
Alright. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shuffle it a couple times. Yep, shuffle. It's the first time we've ever had a... Yeah. Alright, shuffle twice. And here comes the deal. We'll see it first on the Twitch. And I will deal that to me. Let's see what we got. Alright, chat. Do you see what I see? OMG. What chaos is going to come from this? Are you ready, Amara? Are you ready to see what this card pertains? Flip it.
Alright, I'm gonna flip it over.
Go for it. While I look up the deck of many things. The moon!
Get.
If I'm not mistaken.
I got the
Oh god, the biggest stone she could possibly get.
Yeah. So let's double check. You are granted the ability to cast Wish. I need you to roll me a 1d3. Oh my goodness. Even my other headset's getting that squeal you just did, Amara. Forgot to turn it off. I'm like, where's that squeal coming from? Alright, so you roll 1d3. This is to determine how many of these lovely wishes you get.
Oh my god.
Damn! Alright, well, my campaign's derailed. So, Amara, you feel the power of a divine intervention. A card that slowly floats before your eyes. It contains the moon, and in it, the insight that 3 wishes are waiting for you to ask. The cosmos are at your command. Do you wish to make a wish at this time?
Not that. Can I hold on to these?
You
please?
sure can. So, throughout the campaign, Amara has 3 wishes. Put that down in your bio and do not forget that. Maybe even make it a resource, right? Wishes 3.
Got it.
You can thank Mimu for that, Moomin, for helping. Oh, and also thank Rylan, who's been also donating bits for Mirthville to get to 30. Congratulations! Thank you so much for all the bits, and I try to get to everybody as soon as I can, but you know, when gameplay's in action, we gotta focus on the story. But thank you so much for the support. Definitely a power move right there. The moon has been granted. That is the first time we've seen it, and that's actually pretty good. I'm happy with that. So Amara...
Don't want Shella to have wishes.
Yeah, that would have been a waste. That's why I was like, let's not give it to an NPC. So yeah. So we give it to Amara by choice of the people who've been donating. And yeah. So that sensation that 3 wishes are at your beck and call. All you gotta do is make sure you say, DM, I wish to use one of my wishes, and then we move on from there.
Hey. Guys, I should wish Santa Claus real.
Oh no.
That
Waste
would...
my wishes on the
Like,
desires
can
of a
you do
little
that
girl.
with wish?
I
Go down to the
mean,
kid and
she...
be like, there you go.
I'd have to
does have
change... I
limitations.
would just have to change the concept of Jubilee being actually Santa Claus. I mean, no big deal.
I don't want to do that yet. I gotta save these. I'm gonna let them happen as she gets them. All right, let's go.
All right. So
All right.
yeah, you
Follows Ninny away from the angry people.
yeah.
I mean,
so-
like Faustus just makes sure to kind of like put a hand on her head and whisper her to her. It's like, we'll see you in the morning. Get some rest, okay?
Faustus.
And he'll also literally send like via the spell a message to Ninny. It's
Mhm.
like, please take good care of her.
And reply is, she will be in safe hands. Fear not. Then you hear a soft as this echoing laugh just kind of like bellows over her shoulder. And she yells up to it, Crimzu, shut up. It's not the time for this. And she escorts him out.
Oh. The moment they leave, though, Surfik does turn to Orin, walks up to him, and give me a second. I'm gonna roll this.
Come on, nat 20 punch.
How did you know?
Oh my god.
Well, we did mention Christmas, and we said deck the halls with lots of holly, and then
As Surfik punches him in the chest, which is a bad idea, and you hear a ding, and he's like, "Ow!"
Can he take damage for punching me? And
not really. Like he's got a hurt hand, but he doesn't take any damage from it.
As my character says, "Asshole," and he just marches out of the room.
Oh mercy! Ah.
I will go after him. Just get the room ready, I suppose.
We do need to talk because we do know where we need to go. I found something.
You guys found a lot of something, and nobody's looking at it. I'm like, why am I even here anymore?
Well,
yeah.
I would prefer it. I preferred if at least most of us were here.
Okay. Well, while they're doing their thing, can I cast ritual to see what the flute is and what's in the bag?
Yeah, sure. So you have that as a ritual?
Yeah, I can cast identify as a ritual.
Surfik took the snake flute.
Okay, so I'll just do my thing then.
And I can probably tell Surfik what it is after he has it for an hour. Alright, let me go back to the actual map where this stuff came from. So, what you're looking at is what's inside the shawl, right?
Yep.
Tell me how you handled this object.
Well, okay, so I would lay down. I would sit down on the floor, and I would put some metal pieces around, and then I'd put the object in this shawl in the center, and then I would reveal it, and then I would concentrate for 10 minutes on it to figure out what it is.
So do you leave it concealed, or do you pull it back? Do you touch it at all?
No, I put it in the center, and then I revealed it. So I see it, and then I'm focusing. So I would probably be feeling it with my hands and stuff like that, trying to figure out what it is.
So when you finish your identify, you're led to the information that what this is an object that is too legendary to be just identified plainly. It is a piece of a piece. The thing that comes to mind is called a miasmic shard. But your identify is getting some weird information, like it's not making sense, like it's saying it's discharged or it's no longer useful. Like it's hard to ascertain what the identify is actually saying to you.
Okay.
Do you do anything with it?
Like, does it look like it has like any buttons on it or anything like that, or anything? Like
It looks like a gray pyramid that's attached to another pyramid to make like that diamond shape I told you about.
Right. So it sort of looks like does it like resemble like a puzzle piece? So it's like a piece.
It's a I don't know how to, like I said, I showed you that diamond earlier, and it's probably like an inch thick going, in the middle, and then it kind of like slants off. It doesn't look like it exactly fits into anything, but the identify cells, it's a piece of a piece, so to speak.
Right. So it's just it's a piece of something larger.
Right. So there must be more of it somewhere else that helps do whatever it is it's supposed to do. Otherwise, it just can't read exactly what this thing can do.
Okay, cool. I would then put it back in the shawl because there's nothing really I can do with it. But I would I'd keep note of it.
All right. So you wrap it back up and put it away. All right. Anything else?
I don't think I had anything else that I could identify.
Surfik, can I ask you another question? What all did you find in that treasure chest? I want to make sure I gave you everything.
Alright, you gave me the wings Icarus, which I've used.
Yep.
You've given me the lobstone with the H symbol on it, I think.
Double M.
Samara.
It had double M's on it, but go on.
Double M, sorry. Double M lobstone. You've given me the snake flute. and you've given me a silver container that I have yet to open.
Ah, okay, so that's the thing. Okay, so there's stuff in there that we need to check out whenever you get a chance. All right. So we finished the scene with Warren. He kind of like gets a reading on that shard that he has, and yeah, you got something there that's got to be valuable, right? Then
Right. I would then show Kronk the map.
all right, and Kronk, you can definitely tell how many trees it'll take to get to this location if you need to.
Kronk, I found this map. It was hidden.
Do I recognize if there's any like lakes or like mountains that might recognize?
Maybe survival? There's a bluish dot somewhere down there, but it doesn't look like it's too close. But with your natural, navigation that you have, you think you could still navigate this map if you need to?
It is a nice map, but I do not think I've ever been to this area before.
Well, I think this is where we need to go next. I think this is where we're gonna find the parents.
Oh yeah, that was a quest, wasn't it?
They could be there. We have gone north.
Yes, and this is having us, I think, go south.
Oh. Go ahead.
I think this is where we need to go next. I think this will be where we'll find answers. And from my understanding, this was only one warehouse of many as well.
Maybe the other warehouses have better maps.
They may have maps, but I think we might be better off just going to this location next. We don't really want to have any more issues in this town now, do we?
The guards are my friends. They will not harm me.
Yeah, but I feel like everybody else kind of got better. Look at Amara, she's different. You almost fell. Look at Shella. Shella got pretty beat up too.
Shella's
The wilds of the city are tamer than the wilds of nature.
Shella's jumping up and down on the bed you gave her. Yay!
I think we might find a lot of answers in this location. So I think maybe tomorrow, maybe we should head out to this location. And I think we need to convince everybody that's the right play. If we're right, the parents don't have more than a day to live, I think.
If that is the decision, I will help keep everyone alive in the wilds the best I can.
Thank you.
Alright, and then we move down to where Surfic and Faustus are? Where are you guys heading?
So I guess where was Surfect planning on going anyway?
Yeah, he's gonna go down. Gonna go down to the pretty much receptionist, and he's gonna buy his own room,
Alright, and that'll cost you 5 silver.
which he happily tosses over. With a half, he just mutters to himself, constantly, stupid.
And then there's Faustus.
Let's go, Surfect. There you are.
This case is, I really wish I was stronger so I could have punched him harder.
You can always try again.
Next time with Bixby's hand.
Oh!
Anyway.
Alright.
That's a future you problem.
Faustus looks at him and it's like, well, not exactly his biggest fan either. I still don't really know what my family's going to do with me once I return home. But at least the important thing is that Imara's safe, you're safe, everybody's safe.
In this case, all we got out of it was wounds, finding out more about that stupid cult, and my history repeating itself again.
History?
Because I don't know if it's for other races. I've tried asking, but my professors always just shut me up about it.
It's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it.
With that, Kisses, us Yanti, well, we have a dark history. And
might I? Because would he have noticed that he was getting his own room?
Yeah.
It's like, are you sure you would like to tell me this story in the reception area?
Yeah, come with me.
He's gonna drag Faustus up to his own room that he got.
Alright. Don't worry,
He
Amara.
looks at this.
Nini and you are going to have a scene too.
And he looks over at Faustus like,
Faustus, have you ever had some creature of higher power constantly talking in your ear and telling you to do bad things?
All the time. Sorry, go ahead, Faustus.
Well, I've had voices tell me lots of things, but I guess more recently they've been telling me to do bad things.
let's kiss this.
I had a dream before coming here. And of course, it's my own history biting me in the ass. I don't like talking about it much, but us Yanti are very connected to, well, a certain god our ancestors made in the past. I've tried to distance myself as much as possible from my own heritage, and thanks to the professor, he's really helped me out. But sometimes it sneaks up on me like, well, a snake.
So then, you're ashamed of your history then?
Cases.
I'm not ashamed. I hate it. Before I left my own family, they constantly were plotting and trying to trick everyone behind the scenes. Chose a better life for myself.
Well, my family isn't exactly, well, of the good sort either. Although they work within the law rather than against it.
Yeah, well, that being said, he's like,
And while that stupid place, of course they had to show their head up again. Told me to look in the chest, and well,
he pulls out the snake flute. Annoyed as he's presenting it.
That's a curious piece.
it probably summons a snake or something when I blow into it. Oh look, Surfect, my chosen one, blah blah blah.
He sticks his tongue out when he says that.
Do you blow on the flute?
It's like, watch, as soon as I blow this thing, a serpent's gonna come right out of it, and it's gonna be, oh, Surfect, my lord and master, blah, 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 blah.
He fucking just blows into it, like, annoyingly.
I need Faustus to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh joy.
Yep.
Da, 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 da.
What's your spell save DC there, Surfing?
He doesn't make it.
Faustus, you must leave the room. You are frightening. These are Dindar's pan flutes of the dread. Apparently it has the ability to frighten people that you blow this thing at.
Faustus kind of like backs up toward the door and is like, come on. And he's kind of like looking for the door handle.
Yeah, you cannot move any closer to the source of your fear.
So, looking down, says,
Faustus, what are you doing?
What am I seeing here?
You make an insight check there, Surfing. That's a freebie from me. And Faustus, what you see is like a spitting shadow of a dark snake kind of like circling around your head. And it, like, the shade of it just kind of goes through your head and out the other end, as if it's trying to eat your nightmares. Or it's becoming one at the moment.
Please stay back, stay away, get out of my head. Ow.
Next thing you realize, the snake turns into a giant seraphim who has like a holy emblem of a weapon, and it looks like it's about to come down on you hard. You gotta leave this room.
Don't.
You gotta leave right now, or it's gonna hurt.
Is he yelling that we possibly could be hearing this?
Yes, I would say so. Like,
Okay, so I would hear Faustus yelling for help, and so I would run out the door and run to where I'm hearing him.
So
Yeah,
Surfix is just staring there dumbfounded watching this happening. The flute just barely hanging out of his mouth.
and your tongue off to the side, like, what the fuck?
Yep. Tongue on one end, flute on the other.
And your friend has been frightened of you, and you're still trying to piece it together. He's slowly grabbing for the door. Do you actually get out at all, Faustus? This image of an angel is about to come down on you hard. You pull the door open, you start to stumble backwards. I mean, if it's safe to say, Orin, and you paint the picture how you want it to be, but I think Faustus like falls to his butt and he's like crawling backwards and he sees this vision, but nobody else sees anything as soon as they see you on the floor trying to scoot away.
Does Surfix still have the flute in his hand?
I mean,
Says
he's
in his
inside.
mouth.
Well, it's like this. He's in the room. You're coming down the hall. All you can see at the moment is Faustus. And you don't even know that's his room.
Okay, so I would be running. I would see Faustus, and I would grab my mace because I noticed Faustus is scared, and I'd be ready to charge in to defend him.
Yeah, and you look in the room and you see Surfik just sitting peacefully at the foot of a bed, staring in Faustus' direction with the pan flute in hand, looking dumbfounded like what happened. And you can
Pan
correct
flute
it.
in mouth.
I would...
Please don't hurt me, please. I didn't do it, I swear.
But you can see Faustus pointing directly above him. Like not at Surfik, but whatever is above him.
I'd be confused, but I would see Surfik with the flute as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take a whack at the flute.
Yeah, it's in my face!
Make an attack roll, I guess, right? That's how these things work. Go for it.
21!
Roll.
Looked up, like, no.
So roll damage. And you go. No. 7 points of bludgeoning damage comes across your hand and face, Surfik, as the pan flute.
The hand wasn't holding it!
Something has to hold it.
He was holding it in his mouth for the third time!
Then your face just gets slammed with this.
Oh my god!
As the pan flute flies out of your mouth, half your teeth with it probably. That's up to you. And it just skitters on the ground and just hits to the corner. However, Faustus, you're still feared. Make a wisdom saving throw, Faustus. It would be considered at the end of your turn now.
Oh, okay.
Nope. This angel slammed the hammer down. You managed to duck out of it. You're on your feet, and now it's trying to chase you down the hallway.
Actually, I'm running out. I'm running toward the exit of the building.
So you go down the stairs, leading back to the common room, and start running out the front door. And this seraphim-looking beast of a man just comes jogging down in your vision, and is right behind you. You can hear the beating of wings as he continues to chase after you. However, up there at the top floor where you two are, nobody else knows the difference of what actually happened, except, now Surfik's got a sore mouth and the pan flutes are on the floor.
As my character's bleeding in his face, he's holding his face like, Alloy, what the fuck?
That goes with punching me.
Oh my god.
I'd probably try. I would be thinking it has to be that damn flute, so I'd try and smash the flute, I think.
Why are you assuming it's the flute?
So go ahead and make another attack roll on it. This time it won't hurt you, Surfik. It's on the front. Alright. So here's the thing. You hit it. And the reason why there was damage rolled earlier is because Surfic is not a magical item. This thing is a magical item, and every time you think you didn't it just doesn't look like it took any damage whatsoever. Still in pristine shape, ready to be blown again. Go for it, Surfic.
Yeah, Surfic's gonna run right up to him. And,
Yeah? Oh,
16 doesn't hit your AC, does it?
Doesn't hit.
As
We
the
hear-
character's weapon dings off, it says, "Oi, what the hell?"
Now you attacked me like that. I was going after the freaking flute. Now I'm gonna be like, what the hell?
You know, I told you guys, go ahead and do whatever you feel like, and now I realize that was a bad choice of words. However,
Well, of course.
Meanwhile, the girls.
did you hear something?
No, would you like more tea?
Oh, please, dear, please. I love tea, actually.
Surfic, I wouldn't attack
They
me
have like a
again.
little
One
tea
more time.
Yeah, she would definitely dig it. Like, she says, you got any green tea? I would definitely take a glass.
Say it.
Oh yeah. My father used to find these herbs outside his house. Here. There's
Oh,
like mint
perfect.
and rosemary and
And she like starts like has this like tiny pouch.
Yeah, bleeding from the face as he goes,
Well, you already acted like an idiot today. You come in and attack me, and now you're threatening me?
I think they're fighting out there. Should we do something about it?
So,
What are they fighting
Kronk was
about?
down.
I don't understand.
Yeah, Kronk, what do you got?
Kronk was downstairs getting food. They came downstairs, correct?
Oh, yeah, they
There's
came.
no-
Well,
you have
one.
to go, if
You
you're
saw.
going for food,
Okay.
you're at the other building.
No. You can get food here in the common room, too. But, yeah, you're down in the common room. Like, they don't serve drinks. That's what they don't do here. Like, this is the place you go to crash. But they serve food for their
Alright.
patrons. So you're able to get your little meal that you ordered earlier. And then, yeah, you saw
Well,
Faustus
I'm-
go out the door. And there's commotion going on
I wouldn't
upstairs.
go up and pick each one of them up by the scruff of the neck, one in each hand.
All right, make an athletics check. Just one for both, and then they can squirm. All right, so if you want to squirm out of his athletics check, you can choose to fail as well. But if you want to squirm, athletics or acrobatics. Orin gets out of it. Surfic gets out of it. They're not having none of this.
yeah, my character jolts out and he's like,
Or you came running in here and attacked me in the face
You just freaking tried to stab me. I was going after
for attacking me in the face!
I aimed for the flute. You just got in the way. I'm going to attack it with the sword.
You may certainly try.
I don't have it listed.
You
on
can
here.
grab it from the compendium and drag it over, and it'll make a selection for you.
Oh yeah, cool.
Welcome to Chaotic Calling, where it gets chaotic. Boy, you should see our Friday games. Half of you already have. You slam the sword on this thing, but just like with your mace, it does no damage to the flute.
Even though it's a magic sword?
Even though it's a magic sword doesn't break magic items.
his eyes slant for a second as I'm going to roll an intimidation with this as the character says,
Alright, will you just get out of here and leave me alone, you dunderhead!
I mean, he's his own character. He can decide whether or not he's intimidated.
That wouldn't. And you trying to hit me with the rapier, you trying to punch me, that wouldn't intimidate me.
I know, just
I'm not scared of.
Meanwhile, above your head, you do hear a loud, "What's the meaning of this interruption?" as the voice of Crimzu seems to have floated beyond the room.
Wait, can I hear that?
Oh
Crimson
yeah,
is the
yeah,
dragon.
Crimzu is in his invisible state, but he's able to talk. Acting like a bunch of children, causing drama for everybody to hear. Gosh, you're worse than a bunch of hatchlings.
Crimson, could you do me a favor and tell me what the hell this flute is possibly? Maybe you know what this is.
A toy of a god who knows no better. That's all it is. Its cheap magic would not work on me.
Well, what should we do with it?
Eat it? Throw it away? Give it to me. I'll put it in my hoard.
I'll grab the flute and I'll give it to him.
No, it's character.
Give it back, you idiot!
You can make
Strength
a
check.
you can Strength versus sleight of hand.
Oh.
Oh,
God
he's
damn it.
he's got a grip. He's got a grip. And then Kremzu appears in his small draconic form. Floating in the air, you could see the red beating wings as flames flicker across his face, revealing his form. And he just looks at the pan flute like, that silly god's toy. And he like offers his talon out towards it.
And I hand it to him.
Alright, he takes it. And I need an insight check from Surfing. You're getting a weird glance from Kremzu. You're oblivious to whatever this glance was, and he fades from existence, taking your flute away.
Looking even more noise cases.
Alright, we could have kept the thing to find out what just happened.
Hey, Faustus, make another wisdom saving throw as you're halfway down the street screaming bloody murder. No, I don't think we're there yet.
I'm not doing great on these today.
No, and you know, it would be nice if he had an ally to slap you in the face or something, but, you know. I mean, we could ask you to make an acrobatics check as you almost run into a barrel. Maybe that'll do it. So make an acrobatics. There's a barrel there. Bam! You fall over the barrel. You take 1d4 damage. And you snap out of the fear.
Such a majestic display.
Just perfect. Oof. So you tumble over these barrels. They clunk on top of you. You take a point of damage. And you're like, oh, what was that? And you're coming back to your senses as the fear dissipates. Just be glad it's not the Tiamat fear that we have in a different item.
It's like where? Do I know where I am now?
You're like halfway down the street from the tavern. People are looking at you like you're funny and like you've just... I don't know, like, they've probably seen this kind of behavior before because people running out drunk in the streets and stuff, so you're looking like a drunkard to them.
Oh, the guards might take you to jail for that.
Yeah, no, just,
hold on, I'll check to see if they...
blood-soaked characters. I am done with you.
Good news, the guards didn't notice.
I didn't mean to hit you, I was aiming for that flute.
Orin, you're stupid! You are stupid to such a degree!
You are stealthed.
Kisses, you don't know when to shut up. You attack things on sight. You hit everything you think is not right. And you go and attack guards?
And you used a flute that you didn't even know what it was. And look what you did to Faustus.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm completely sorry. I was having a midlife crisis and I blew into the flute. My bad. I didn't go and just kill an innocent man. Aren't you a man of the faith?
Who did I kill that was innocent?
Surfing just looks absolutely dumbfounded for a second.
Get this right. I didn't kill
guards!
Them. Faustus killed them, not me.
I saw you attack them first.
I was trying to knock him out. I didn't shoot a fireball at him.
I need a perception check from Surfing. And you can continue your argument after I get this. Surfing, you feel something next to you.
He swats it like a fly.
No. You hear a tink tink as your claws like go across it. Like it's metal. Like you just held this not too long ago.
Oh.
And then you hear a soft chuckle in your ear.
I did not kill an innocent guard. I didn't kill the guard outside. That was Faustus. So,
the door
do
closes.
Not label me a murderer.
You are both in the same room with the door closed now.
Yeah, Faustus, Surfing looks stunned for a moment. His eyes are looking in a certain direction, and he looks like he's beginning to sweat.
This could go bad, this could go good. Let's see what the entertainment value is. So yeah, what do you guys do? Faustus, by the way, you can move back inside by now if you want.
Yeah, it's like after realizing the show that he just put on for the street, he Like he used some the stealth that he has to sort of like, you know, sneak his way back over to the entrance and kind of like try not to catch the attention of people who might have saw him previously.
Was that the guy that was panicking and acting like somebody was going to kill him? Yeah, I think that was him. Well, he's walking back in. Is the guy that's going to hurt him inside? I don't know. Is he going to be safe? Yeah, you're hearing some murmuring going on as you walk back in.
Just his entire face is red right now.
Yeah.
As he's moving his way back up the stairway.
That's some good green tea.
Hey, Ninny, I have a question.
Yes, dear?
So, I'm trying to remember, and it's kind of hazy, actually. This boy's father, and we all just kind of wound up in a bad guy's lair, and things got really bad, and the rest is kind of blank, and then I woke up here, and
see,
maybe I got mixed up with the wrong crowd.
That does happen from time to time. Child, I'll ask you a simple question. Do you want to stay with me and my friends?
Where are you guys going?
We're headed to Parinthia as soon as I meet back up with Asmari, or, Aria, I mean. You wouldn't
The dancer?
Oh, no. Asmaria is the dancer. What I meant to say was Aria. Have you seen a monk around that has, like, orange hair by chance?
What?
I'm waiting for a friend. I thought she'd be here by now, but unfortunately... I didn't do a reading for you, did I?
Reading?
I don't even think I can read you as well either.
You can't read with a blindfold, silly.
She smirks and giggles with that. It's like, oh, I know. You're very true about that. But I'm talking about a different kind of reading. However, I am unable to read things that are closely related to me. If it's close to my heart or close to my interest, I can't read those people. So, Aria is one of those people that I cannot read, so I have to take her by her word that she'll be here. And I seem
Where did you last see her?
She sent a letter saying that she was going to her monastery here in Timor, and that she would meet me at Dragonspine within 2 weeks, and here it is, 2 weeks, 2 days, and 32 hours. I was a little late, but I figured she'd be waiting for me.
Want me to go check the monastery?
I mean... maybe?
You've been so kind to me. It's the least I can do.
I don't want to be an inconvenience to you, dear. I'm sure she'll be fine, but if you find yourself heading that way, I would greatly appreciate it. I mean, it's...
Not at all.
Well,
You're so kind to offer us a ride. I'll be more than happy to help look for your friend.
Seems your memory is coming back in full circle then. I'm glad to hear that. Not to mention 3 wishes wandering around there.
Wait, what?
Nothing. Alright, so, yeah, we hear all that noise too. Like, Ninny and you hear that noise, and then, like, she heard Crimsu go off, so she's like, I think we can ignore that for a moment, but knowing Crimsu, she kind of, like, stares for a minute.
Seraphi's gonna be alright? He's...
Your friend Orin does seem a little bit upset with him at the moment.
Well, he tried to cut me, or do you think he's gonna try and cut Seraphic?
You already did.
I didn't try. Cut you. I was asking if I could cut you.
I think I'll go check real quick. So she opens the door and she kind of like shuts it behind her. Don't worry, dear. I'll check on him. I'll be right back. And then as you guys are having your conversation...
Want to roll a stealth? I'm going to follow a little bit.
Oh, go for it. Yes, please. All means.
God, Orin is just becoming worse and worsely looked at.
Alright, so, I mean, you think you're sneaky, but let's face it. So she kind of like turns in your direction and she doesn't even
Mara
look...
giggles.
Yeah, and she doesn't look fully at you. She just realizes what you're trying to do, and she just smirks and then knocks on the door to Surfik's room. Are you okay in there? Hello? And you guys just finished having that argument.
Looking at his kisses.
Maybe you can help me get this.
Is he he's sweating again, looking at the side where you heard that chuckle?
All right. So she opens your door, hearing that you need help. Is everything all right in here?
He's calling me a murderer.
She would see his bloody face.
Not really. She wouldn't see it though.
What color blood do you have? Red,
It's red. I'm a snake.
Do I see Amara?
Make a perception check because she is stealth. Or what's your passive, I should say?
Oh, my passive is 14.
Yeah, you
Oh,
would
yeah,
see
I
her.
totally noticed her.
Yeah, you totally notice her. She's somewhere right behind Ninny, and Ninny's not paying any attention. And then
He's bleeding red. You don't bleed red according to them.
I swear to God on it!
And he charges at him again with his rapier.
Crying.
Oh no.
And that was the thing to set her off. And with tears in her eyes, she runs out the door and goes to find a guard.
Oh no.
Yep, Orin.
Oh, right. So
now you attack me. You said you're ramming me with your rapier. Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, that hits.
Yeah,
You
that
got it.
actually.
Alright, so we got a hit in. So 4 piercing.
4 piercing. Well, looks like I'm hitting you then.
I think we're gonna roll an initiative after that.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Please tell me, where is Faustus in this moment?
You're able to run up the stairs. You see, as a matter of fact, you see Amara running down the stairs as you're running up.
Oh,
crying.
Amara, where are you going?
I'm gonna call a guard. Orin's out of control. He's hurting people and he's.
Shh. Now let me go take care of it.
Well,
You
now
just,
I'm getting attacked.
I'll go take care of it, okay? Just calm down, all right, Amara?
Surfik has attacked me 3 times. I only hit him once, and I wasn't even aiming for him.
Yeah, but he hasn't been able to deal damage to you. Let's be
Also
fair.
saying horrible things to me. I don't understand. What's wrong?
Just ignore everything that Orin says for now. He just doesn't know his place.
What did I say? That was horrible.
I'm going to do
Talking
the
to a
right thing.
child.
You have to go tell someone.
And you told me, didn't you?
Without the guard.
And now I'm
Thank
going to
you.
help.
Arrest
You a
him.
guard?
Huh?
You a guard?
It's you'll be happy to know that my family is quite important. We have a lot of sway, you know.
That mean you're
Like, she does that thing where she's, confused and can't,
If anyone
that
can
doesn't make
solve-
sense.
If anyone can solve this situation, it will be me.
Alright, so I want you
Give me a
guys to go...
persuasion.
Yeah, you do that, and then I also want you on the turn order, just in case you get involved.
Where did my token go?
I was here for them to identify all the items, guys. I don't know what this shit is.
This is some frustration that needs to be got out.
I guess.
Yeah, and I'm just waiting for Ninny's turn to be that badass that's gonna try to stop this. We'll see what happens. But then again, we got other players in play too, so we'll see who goes first.
Oh,
There you
that
go.
was the persuasion.
There's your persuasion, and then you can roll initiative if you want to get on that board. There you go.
All right, so being in the main tavern area and crying about a hysterical potential murderer, she calms down and is like,
Okay. Please be
now.
careful.
It's like I'm always careful.
The
And don't
Oh,
you worry,
you're
alright?
not.
the innkeeper's like, is
I'll
everything all
admit
right?
That one was a little white lie.
You guys all right up there? I'm hearing a lot of commotion. You better not break anything.
It's like, no worries. It's just a spat between 2 idiots.
Imara
There's
needs
a
an
lot of
adult.
fighting.
Come over here, dear. I'll keep you safe, the barkeep says. Or the innkeeper says.
Ooh, and she jumps over and is like, "What's that? And what's that? And what's
You wanna,
that?"
you want to play a card game? And yeah, he's playing cards with you to distract you. Alright, so Faust is on the order. Let's see here. Orin, did you finish your round, and then we'll go back to the beginning.
Okay, I'm going to, after he attacked me, I'm gonna try and grapple him.
That's a fair thing to do. Go for it.
19.
Make an acrobatics or athletics to get out of that. Terrific.
Yep.
Nice.
He snakes out of that grab. I mean, technically you would roll athletics, but I guess it's the same though, ain't it? Alright, that's fair.
And then bonus action, Shield of Faith.
Cheater.
What?
Nothing, it's fine. Alright, so you Shield of Faith. And then at the top of the round, it is Surfic. Then I guess, Alright, so should I go with epic battle music, or should I go with edgy music?
Edgy.
This is kind of a messed up situation
See?
that we're in.
I'm the type of person that, honestly, I don't like doing these kind of things. I never do.
You've been such a good sport about all this. Like,
I'm really trying not to. But today's the day I need to stab you in the face.
Well, you may certainly try.
Stab me again.
Oh, I see. Here's the thing. How close is everyone else to Orin?
There's nobody in here but you and him at the
Ninny's
moment.
there.
Ninny is like 5 feet behind.
what about Kronk?
Yeah, Kronk's right between us, actually.
Oh yeah, Kronk
Kronk
went
is
in there to
between
try
us.
to. Yeah, so Kronk's between you two of you until he went around and actually grappled you. Kronk, are you on that turn order?
No, I didn't join it.
Yeah, go for it because you're involved in this too.
Well, I'm really contemplating whether
about
to
right.
use a certain item that I got in a house.
You may certainly figure out what you want to do there.
As with that being said, now Surfdick is out. You know what? He's gonna suddenly have his cheeks bulge up.
Oh no.
Roll me a con save.
So, no mercy. Ninny's going to be a part of that too, ain't she?
11.
No, it's just him.
Oh, is it directed at one person? Okay.
As you take 11 points of poison damage.
Oh, Amara got on the list. Cool.
Okay.
Alright. Faustus, you're at the stairs. You can run up there and be inside the room if you want on your movement.
Yeah, he's running up, and what is he seeing?
He sees
crowded
me
hallway for
sprayed
one
with
thing.
poison.
Yeah, you see, yeah, as you look
You
past, let me paint the scene, and then you guys can fill in the blanks, all right? But as he walks up the stairs, you know, he sees Ninny standing outside, face a little aghast at what she's witnessing, and then once you turn in, you see Kronk also kind of aghast, looking at, what was it? He tried to grapple Surfic, he missed,
Yeah,
and then
I
all of a
grappled.
sudden we see the Surfic repel with a poison blast that's on top of Orin, so now we see Orin steaming with poison.
As my character looks annoyed at first, hissing, before suddenly comes like, oh no.
Yeah, so Faustus makes it into the room, sees this, and just shouts at the top of his lung, "Would you please cease this childish behavior?"
And you're trying to manipulate them with this?
Yeah, basically just trying to get them to fucking stop.
Does it work, guys?
He looks over and says,
Orin started this all!
I don't care who started it, it ends now!
Oh god, Mom, please.
I wasn't aiming at you. I was aiming at the flute.
And he actually
then-
puts up
then-
his finger toward that.
You know, I was
And
going to get
then
these guys.
You stabbed me with your rapier. You tried to
Orin,
hit me once. You missed.
You're a moron! You are a moron!
You then stabbed me again with it, and you hit me, and then I try and grapple you to defuse the situation, and so then you sprayed me with poison.
Shella runs in
Do
the
you
room.
realize who the moron is?
Shella runs in the room and tries to grapple Orin. She gets
Seen
a
this
13.
play before. It was a Shakespearean classic.
Yeah, so make a, yeah, you, so you pick up her as she tries to pull your arm and tries to keep you from doing anything. And you're able to like pick her up and wiggle her around. She's not really doing anything to restrain you, but she thinks she's holding you back. No, don't do it, Orin. It's okay. Things will be fine. Don't hurt him. We know who's stronger.
Why, Shella? I'm not trying to hurt anyone. Why does everyone think I'm trying to hurt someone?
I think I need every one of you to make a charisma saving throw.
Who?
Everybody in that room. Ninny calls out, walking the third path, and all of a sudden we see that light ignite.
Is everybody about to save?
No, the people she didn't want to save failed. Thank you. So, Orin and Surfik, you feel this calm emotion kind of like come over you, and Ninny's voice just kind of like bellows out. It's like, I understand you're both angry, and I understand you both have your own way of doing things. Some of you would rather show the truth for what it is right then and there, and others would like to keep the truth hidden until the person who needs to know the truth is able to take it. I need you both to stand down, set your arms down, walk away from each other, and rest. Sleep on this, and tomorrow decide whether or not you two can get along. Do I make myself clear? And you hear a loud growl from Crimsu.
Do you hear my mistress or not?
As my character, he looks like he's raising a rapier going,
But you are all kind of like being calm.
He throws it down. Like, yeah, he just banks, drops it. He's like,
Hey.
My weapons are already equipped because I tried to grapple it, so.
Yeah, so you leave. So basically, she's asking you to just kind of like back off at this point.
I back off and I'm like, I wasn't trying to hurt anyone.
It's a mild misunderstanding. I totally understand, she tells you, Warren. And she makes room for you to walk out. Do you walk out?
Am I forced to walk out?
No, you're calm though. Like, you're not angry about any of this right now. But she kind of like makes room and points.
I will say it's like,
you can't be reasoned with right now.
I do not understand. Oh yeah, so what can I do?
Oh, you can do whatever you want, but your anger is like, if you're angry at him, you can't act on the anger. But she's just trying. Okay, so she's just trying to coax you into give him space, give yourself right.
I'm going to, but I'm going to tell everybody. It's like, I do not understand why everyone is mad at me.
I'm not mad at you.
It's like, it's
a misunderstanding.
I did nothing wrong. All I did was attack a flute. And I would say, Surfik, I'm sorry.
He's passed out on the ground.
Oh, he's passed out. But I was trying to help you, Faustus. You were scared out of your mind, and all I could think of was that flute was the problem. So I tried to break that thing, and I couldn't. So I gave it to you, Kutsu, so it would hopefully stop things, but then I got attacked.
You know, Crimsu says shyly, I kind of gave him the flute back hoping he would scare you out of the room. I am disappointed, and he just goes away. You can hear the flapping of wings going behind Ninny, and Ninny's like, Crimsu, you bastard.
Can I grab the flute?
No, you can.
No, he's already concealed it. There's no telling where it is.
Well, you would have this room right
well, I know he
now.
has the flute.
No, I will say this, like, Ninny's just kind of like monitoring the situation. He's already asked you to give him space, and you guys figure this out in the morning.
Okay, yeah. So I would then head back to the room.
And Shell is like still holding onto your arms, like, that's good, Orin. Let's go back.
Shella, get off me.
She drops to the ground. It's like, okay. I know her voice changed, but I can't keep graveling that. Alright, so Surfik's out on the ground. Faustus, you're able to be in the room. Orin left the room. And Kronk, it's technically your turn. Do you want to do anything?
You said Faustus is in the room now?
Yeah, he made it up here. He was trying to mother them, and then he just kind of like overexceeded.
father
gonna-
came home.
I'm gonna lightly push him out of the room,
No,
close the door
hold
with
on,
me on
Kronk.
the inside, and lay against the door in my shell.
So you're blocking
I'm
the
actually
door.
going. I would actually like to acrobatics out of that shove.
So I need athletics from Kronk and acrobatics from Faustus. That's fair. Oh no, Kronk!
Who earns?
This is some nasty drama here. Like, I usually don't allow the PvP, so I'm trying to make sure this doesn't go in a direction we're not all Okay, so that
Well, technically it passes.
yeah, technically it does. Yep. So Faustus,
And just for roleplay purposes, I wasn't like shoving, just like pushing out the door.
right, and he just kind of like jumps back in before the door closes. So you're able to shut the door, but the two of you were in there with Surfing. Sorry.
I'll still go into my shell. against the
You
door.
would not do that to me, would you, Moomy? She's over there threatening another deck of many things. I mean, if he gets to 50 tonight, I'm not going to stop it. But, yeah, so Faustus is inside. Kronk, you're inside. What are you guys doing?
Faustus is going to check on Surfect.
Mar,
Just
what
kind
are
of
you...
pinching the bridge of his nose.
Mar was also right there next to Ninny. What did you want to do?
She when Orin was like showing her blood and stuff and yelling at her, she ran downstairs in tears where she
that's
met
right.
Faustus.
That's right.
And
She's by the...
currently with the barkeep.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's like, yeah, there you go. You got a royal flush. I don't know how you did it. And he, like, throws the cards on the table. Good for you, child.
Man.
So Surfing, what's going on with you? You just plonked
Yeah,
out?
he slumped on her and
My head hurts so much.
he's just lumping back up. This mace wound on his face.
It's like, are you okay?
This
Yeah, after I blew that stupid flute, I was wondering what was going on, and then Orion ran in here and he smacked me in the face.
You're cutting in and out there, or is it just me?
I'm sorry.
hearing him?
I wasn't saying anything.
I was like, could you repeat what Surfix said?
Yeah,
'Cause it
Surfing
cut
was
out
the
for
one.
me,
Yeah,
too.
Surfing was cutting in and out.
let me leave Discord, I'll come back in. Testing. Is it better?
On my end.
Yeah,
that
you're
should be
good.
good.
Go for it.
All right, as he says,
Ow, my face.
while holding the mace wound, he says,
Well, after I blew that flute, I didn't know what was happening to you, and then Orion ran in here and hit me in the face with a mace.
It's like, okay, that was definitely not the first move I would have picked, but
And then after I tried to talk with him about it, he gave the flute over to the little dragons, thinking whatever. And I told him, no, you should have kept it so we could figure out what it did. And then he insulted Amara, and then I lost it.
You do know you got the flute back, right?
yeah, I know, but
Okay,
I'm
making
just
sure.
saying.
Just
I'm
making
just
sure.
saying. I
Just-
lost it as in, lost my temper.
Okay, go ahead.
it's kind of like sits down on the bed with him. Is like put a hand on his shoulder. Well, the situation is finished now. So I'm fine. It's a good thing that you're fine. So, did you ever? Actually, would I have been able to figure out what the flute did based on just being exposed to it?
You kind of got an idea what it does. You can inform them if you want. Tell them what you were feeling.
It's just like when you blew that flute, I lost all my nerve. I remember just kind of piecing it. I remember being chased down by was it a white seraphim or a black seraphim?
It
I
was a
recall.
white one, like a holy of holy angel coming after you.
Like, there was this this white angel just coming to attack me, and I had to get out. Every bone in my body needed to leave.
I'm gonna see if I can find you a picture of what it actually looked like.
Looking down at the flute, looking down at where well, actually no, looking at his hands because
So it was the fear flute. Of course it was. It was a stupid fear flute.
I'm not going to lie. I don't really understand why. Usually when something fears you, it's something that scares you most. But I have no fear of angels.
You do today.
That was weird.
There he is.
look at his.
Is Amara alright? Did he hurt her? Trying
No.
to show stupid blood again?
I was able to calm her down before I came up here. I don't know what she's doing now, but I at least convinced her to not go find the local guard.
Meanwhile,
Really didn't need
Amara,
that tonight.
you're 15 gold up as he lost another game of poker to you.
Wow!
Damn it, you're too good at this game.
Really bad at this game. You want to play again?
Yes!
I know a game this time. It's called Go Fish.
How do you
with that
play
being
Go
said,
Fish?
Can you get Amara to come up here? I want to talk to her. Make sure she's alright myself.
Kind of like looks toward the door and says, Krunk, would you be so kind as to let me leave the room to go fetch Amara?
Kronk mused in his sleep.
You're locked in here with Kronk.
Oh God.
Well, now, I don't think I'm going to be able to move Kronk, I'm not going to lie. Actually, if, about how far away would Imara be?
Directly downstairs, maybe 20, 25 feet.
So, like, you know, if I kind of like you did like a, test probings with message, do you think I'd be able to find her?
Eventually, yeah, probably.
It's like, okay, give me just a moment. It's like, do. Oh, found her. It's like, it's like, Imara, this is Faustus. Are you alright?
Wow! Whoa! Roger, Faustus. This is Amara. Come in, Faustus. Shh, over.
He like
Oh,
talks into a rock, thinking it's you, and then she remembers.
Wait a minute. I gave that rock to Orin.
I'm just gonna check out now, guys. I'm not needed here anymore. Alright, go ahead.
It's like, just like Imara, I'm speaking to you in your head. I'm not going to bother with the details. So, are you all right? What are you doing?
I'm winning at a game of poker cards.
So
you got
you're
any
all right,
threes?
I mean, I think I'm all right. I've got a few damaged parts here and there, but I think I'll be okay.
Well, that's
Wow,
good to hear.
I don't remember what happened after.
No, it doesn't matter for now. Just finish what you're doing and make sure to go return to Ninny once you're finished, okay? I'll let everyone know that you're all right.
Surfect all right? Is he hurt?
He's a little hurt, but he's healing. He's going to be just fine. We were able to settle the situation.
Happened.
Oh, just unfortunately, Surfect had a bit of an accident.
Let me look up
Like
that.
Orin walks towards the innkeeper, and Amara just like ducks and hides.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't talk to you right now.
Well, you're talking like it's literally a whisper, like they can't hear you.
Like she doesn't know that.
Okay. It's like you know this spell lets you just like whisper what you're saying, right?
Just hear,
I have to hide. I have to hide. I have to hide.
Why do you need to hide?
like Orin's in the room.
Yeah, so the innkeeper kind of tells you, and he notices Amara kind of like hiding under the table. And he just kind of like points out there and tells you, yeah, the Iron Scale Armory, just go down a few blocks, you should be able to find it.
Thank you, sir. Amara, I hope you're okay. I know you've gone through a lot. I don't know what you went through in that place, but you've changed, and I hope you find yourself soon.
Alright, enough of that. I got a hand to lose to this little good lady. Alright, come on out of there. I need to know if you got any twos.
She really is good at games. I'd be careful, sir.
I could beat her. But anyway,
You think that, but she's very cheery, and that energy is very infectious.
Alright, and with that, you kind of like make your way to a forge. And he continues to ask you got any twos now? Are you ready to play? Yeah.
She looks a little, like, mixed.
Oh, you poor child. You've been through some hell, haven't you? Here, I'll tell you what. And he goes,
tells the innkeeper everything she remembers.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
So, I think I might have to ask you to actually tell that story. But we'll come back to it in just a second. So he's like, hold on, little lady. Let me make you some chamomile tea. Maybe that'll calm you down. So
Can't have that.
Oh, are you allergic?
No, I have this. And she shakes a little flask on her side and it like sloshes with some kind of weird liquid.
It's not alcohol, is it? You look a little young to be drinking alcohol.
So.
He kind of takes the cap off and like drinks from it. Yum, yum. And she's
what is it?
For him to like kind of like.
Like motor oil or something?
It's kind of like that, but it's also combined with some kind of plasma fluid to fuel a source stone.
All right. That's all right. If it looks a little chocolatey to be alcohol, so I'll take your word for it. And we go back. Is there any more conversation between Surfic and?
Yeah. So like Faust just like after having that exchange done, just kind of like turns to Surfic and says like, well, she says that she's all right, and apparently she's gambling downstairs with the innkeeper.
That is Amara. And he just kind of smiles a little bit.
So she certainly is herself.
You need to do something about Orion.
He's a bit thick-headed, to say the least.
I've seen cement more thin than him.
Oh, sorry. Repeat that.
Because I've seen road mix. Oh yeah, because I've seen road mix more thinner than him.
He kind of chuckles at that. Well, no, I can't really make any promises. I can't really tell what he's thinking all the time. Well, at any rate, I don't think I'm going to be able to leave tonight. Just kind of like stares at the door. Would you mind if I crashed with you for tonight?
Alright.
By the way,
Jello might break in.
I don't think she can get past Kronk though.
Yeah. Actually, looking over and seeing Krunk doing this, he says,
And we're off to the races!
Kronk moves away from the door inch by inch now.
As he says,
Krunk is in the lead, running a mile ahead in front of...
he's like almost like an announcer.
You know what would be even funnier? Is if this
What?
door opened outwardly and Shella like opens the door from the outside and he falls
Hold on.
backwards.
Can I persuasion check narrate him so he can't influence him
No,
in his
you
dream?
can't. No, you cannot.
So funny.
No, I think that's an actual spell.
You'll have to use the dream spell in order to do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But Kronk, are you not in the doorway anymore?
I'm RPing it so that they have to squeeze out the door.
Yeah, the door opens behind your back a little bit, and you hear Shella calling, "Hey, bosses, where are you? I mean, we time for bed, right?"
It's like, I'll try to make my way out in just a second.
beating up against your shield.
You know
What the hell's in the way? I can't tell.
Grimacing a bit, and then kind of not wanting Shella to be near Orin either right now. He just goes,
Hey, Shella, you can sleep in here and you want to.
It's only a one bedroom, right?
Yeah, and she's like, but I got a bed in there. It'd be perfectly fine. I've already broken in and everything.
my character just looks a little concerned at the door.
Hurry up, Faustus! I'll break your bed in too if you need it.
That's very kind of you, Shella.
Yes, it is. You should be very grateful. For the clutch! As she goes into the room and starts breaking your bed in. Meanwhile, Ninny just kind of like watches her and then walks down the stairways and just kind of like checks on Amara from afar as she reaches the bottom of the stairs.
And Amara's in the middle of telling the truth, which is what she feels is the right thing to do.
And then what happened?
Well, we were supposed to look for some bad guys. It was like this Hill of the Hawk thing, or this Hawk of the Hill, or Hill of the Fist of the North Star kind of thing.
I think I lost it there.
And then,
Wait a minute. Are you talking about the Hill of Might? Young lady, those are some bad people. You don't want to mess with them.
we found like this warehouse, and we were gonna look inside, but then the fighting started, and then the others started hurting guards, and I didn't understand what was going on, and then a lot of bad guys came, and then there was this flying guy, and he had spears, and then the last thing I heard was that they were gonna use me in a ritual.
So he's processing it for a moment. It's like, you poor child, you. But you made it out alive. Were there other children there? Did you see anybody else? Were there people?
Was this noble guy? He had kind of, and she like describes him using artistic descriptions. Like it was like a mild, like 30-degree angle to his jawline with like because she's a sculptor, so she actually describes him.
Right. And yeah, he's like, wait a minute, that sounds like, no. Why would a noble be in? And he's like mumbling that out softly. Make a perception to see how much of that you can catch.
Okay.
Here.
About all you catch is, why is a noble helping? And then he kind of like cuts himself off because he realized he was starting to talk out loud. It's like, listen, dear, you need to not. Well, and he like looks at you confused, and he's like, I've seen the company you kept, alright? You guys look like you're well prepared for something. Are you part of the Adventurers Guild?
No, I just came along because we're looking for
F. What was his name?
Randall.
Randall,
yeah.
Raphael, Rachel.
You forgot the boy's name? Shame on you. Don't worry, I did too.
My bad.
It's alright, I
We're
wrote him.
looking for Randall's parents. They run this herbalism shop over in
What was the name of the place again?
That one place, you can just say that one place, I'll understand.
in that capital place over
Cardriff? Down in
down the
Cardriff?
road. Yeah, that one.
Oh no.
They disappeared, and they think they have something to do with the Hawk of the Cup, and
I'm rolling history checks for him, and that one didn't ring a bell to him. And he goes, oh, there, child. Don't cry. Look. Okay, your friends are apparently arguing about how to handle things, right? I will make a suggestion to you. Like, I don't know how bad it is for your group, but maybe if you all sign up for the Adventurers Guild, take a few quests, get a little bit of experience under your belt, or do some jobs while doing this research, or whatever it is you're talking about. Maybe you guys can focus on being a group instead of individuals. Because I think that's what I'm hearing. Like, everybody's doing their own thing, but nobody's coordinating. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it sounds like to me. So this might be...
Guy with the hammer said he wanted to cut me because he didn't think I was human.
Are you human?
Yeah?
Well, then you're human. If he don't believe it, that's for him to disbelieve on his own. He doesn't have to accuse you and then take you to the torch. You know what I mean? It's starting to sound like Citadel Kingdom all over again. Have you heard the nonsense going across the ocean?
What's going on in the Citadel Kingdom?
Those lunatics over there. God forbid you be an arcane caster, or else you'll be cast out faster than you can cast fireball. Matter of fact, they put you on the spit with the fireball. They burn arcane casters. They don't like them. They don't put up with them. And their whole religion, he does like air quotes, is to burn away and purify them through the flame of Ironforge. Silly nonsense. And that's what this is starting to sound like. A freaking witch hunt.
Sound like bad guys.
People misunderstand each other, little lady. I want you to know. And if you ever need a place to stay, I'll watch after you.
Thank you. What is your name?
I didn't give myself one yet. Hold on, let's find out what his name is, shall we? He was random NPC 23, in case you're wondering.
I'll call you...
I'll let
Alistair... Stonewall.
What?
I'm Imara. Imara Gearhart. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, little lady. My name is actually going to be rolled here in just a second. Let's give him...
She kind of like looks at him expectantly, like maybe he's heard of her.
Yeah, hold on. I'll do a history check on that too.
It's like
I tell you what, though.
Parament.
Imara, roll me a D100. Roll me a D100. You'll kind of like still directly name him, but I got a list here.
His initials are NPC.
NPC, not personally caring. So Amara will roll a 1D100 for us, and we'll see what his name actually is.
One.
Kato. They call me Kato.
Kato. It's a cool name. I'm Imara Gearhart. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Amara. I'm putting down his name here. Well, you know, I kind of promised that you could stay here anytime, but then again, I have to run it through my boss. He works the day shift. He's a blue-scale dragonborn named Sora, but, you know, I'm sure he understands. Like, if you feel like you're in danger, we can look after you here. And you hear footsteps behind you, but go ahead.
She turns around.
You see Nini as she kind of like glances at you. Is everything all right, Amara?
Mm-hmm.
She smiles.
And she just
When
kind of...
Adventurers Guild.
Oh, are you?
I don't know.
I mean, it's a good line of work, especially if you and your group are adventurers.
Well, I'm a sculptor. I didn't think I was an adventurer.
I mean...
But I guess I could be.
Have you been to the 8 Pillars? Well... Oh, don't think too hard on it, child. And she informs you the 8 Pillars is what they call the Adventuring Guild here. They have these pillars and they have like wyverns sculpted into them. Maybe you might recognize the work. Being a sculptor and all.
Yes.
Well, then it looks like you have a goal tomorrow. But it's getting kind of late. Do you want to go ahead and turn in, or are you going to stay down here a while?
You have a rooftop access?
Not really, the innkeeper says. There is one room that has like a patio that kind of like leads outside. Oh, I think Ninny here has it, right? Oh, yeah, I got that big room that you had for the girls.
Mind if I sit on your patio for the night? I usually like to stare up at the stars.
I don't mind at all, child. By all means.
Hey! And she kind of runs up and goes and waits for morning in the
All
night
right.
sky.
All right. I guess we'll turn over to Orin real quick as you kind of like walk to a forge. Is there anything particular you're looking to do, or?
I'm looking to craft new armor.
And what do you plan on using?
Well, some of that iron ore plus the silver ore I found.
Now,
and then also,
correct me if I'm wrong. How much of it were you able to carry out?
I was able to carry, let me see, 8 ignits of each.
And you only touched the iron and the silver? Alright.
Yeah.
And your intent is to ask the Forge Keeper if you can start working on something.
Correct.
Alright, so just so you know, like, to actually focus on creating armor and weapons like this, it's going to take downtime.
Yep.
Alright,
I was going to also use, like, my Channel of Divinity to help speed up the process as well.
Alright. Yeah, post that for me, and I'll just kind of, like, see how much that adds into it.
Because that would help, let me see. So I'm thinking about, like, that would help me craft different parts for the armor.
You must then finish blah, 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 blah. Some channel blah 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 beginning. Well, wait a minute. Where's the effect for this? What's the actual divinity called? Like, this doesn't show me what you're actually using.
Whoops, wrong thing.
Yeah. I mean, I know you got channel divinity. I need to know
Artisan's
what flavor it is. Yeah. All right, there we go. An hour-long ritual to craft a non-magical item that must include some metal. Okay. So, what are you looking to try to craft?
Well, in the long run, I want to craft my splint armor, but I'm going to craft different parts for it, and then put it all together in the end.
Equipment and player's handbook. Sample the creation is complete at the end of the hour. Yeah.
I'm basically trying to enhance the armor that I already have.
So, trying to make splint mail. What are you currently wearing?
Chainmail.
Alright, so trying to upgrade a splint mail through using this. Okay, that makes sense. As you hammer away, you kind of hear like a dull ding in the back of your head as it kind of like measures the same tone as the hammer hitting the metal that you're trying to flatten out. Ching, ching, ching. And you see a vision of the item that you're trying to forge as your eyes kind of like glaze over, and it's just staring at you like if it had a soul of its own looking at you. Does it say nothing? You don't hear voices, but you do keep hearing that dull hammering noise, and your hand is just reflexively trying to match it. Change. And you kind of like find a moment to reflect on things that kind of occurred. Is there anything you want to like work out mentally and see if there's a response?
I'm trying to see if I'm able to protect others. And that's kind of why I'm trying to upgrade my armor, so I could, because of the fight we just had, I felt like that people got hurt too much because I wasn't able to protect them. And maybe that's why everything is going to hell right now.
You hear the dull ringing, and it's almost like the hammer itself is trying to speak. And every time you clang, 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 you can hear a voice say, Orin, Orin, one must remember, as you protect, you must not scare. The ideals that she held are that of a child. To protect a child, you must not scare. Like you're being preached to about the events and how you kind of like presented that situation. And it's not like judging you, but it's telling you in these clangs like you should have approached that a little different. You are a better man than this, and I have faith that you'll make things right. Like, you feel like that's the kind of resonance coming off the hammer. Is it clang, 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 clang? Every clang seems to answer your thoughts as you kind of like process a question towards it. So if there's a question you want to ask, this might be a chance to try. Otherwise, it just kind of reflects what you've already gone through and just kind of like guides you that keep in mind she's a child. Don't scare her.
Is Surfic... What about Surfic? That definitely progressed not as what I expected.
The hammer clangs, as if waiting for you to be specific about it.
I was there, I acted to protect Faustus, and all I could think of was the flute. And maybe I shouldn't have used my weapon. Maybe I should have just grabbed at it instead.
And you hear the clang.
Too rash.
Yes, and you hear the clang saying, well, clang, clang, clang. You've answered your own question. Clang, 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 clang. You're learning. Clang, 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 clang.
Working with people is not like working with the forge and working with metals.
And this conversation you're having in this dulled state, like, you look like you're in a dull state, but something is happening. And this is like simple banter between artisan and artisan. It's almost like your own god or a representation of him. It's like standing over you doing a project of his own. And he's like, yeah, that's right. You were out of line. You totally understand what's going on now. You got to apologize, though. You know you were kind of in the wrong, right? Like, that does come up. Like, it says to you, you need to apologize. Like, you're right. You should approach that differently. And I think you know that now. So you're going to apologize, right?
Yes, I think, but I'm not a murderer, am I?
Not yet. Watch your road. Doesn't take it doesn't take long to fall very far. And with that, as you kind of like come out of this 1 hour trance that you've been in, if I'm reading this right, your split melt is done.
Yep.
So you consume, I would say, 4 and 4 of the ingots. Like 4 iron, 4 silver. And you got like an inlaid silver inscription of the Torm's hammer kind of embellished into the armor itself. And you're able to like detail like silver trimming around the armor wherever you see fit.
Awesome.
There you go. And yeah, and the Forge Keeper's like, your Torm type are very intricate. You kind of cheat a little, but I guess that's okay. Kind of like gives you a pat on the back. Come by anytime if you need to meditate.
I would leave the rest of the ingots and silver for him as a thank you for letting me use his forge.
Then he will welcome you back anytime.
And if you ever need of my assistance for crafting anything, I would be happy to. It's always a pleasure to work on a forge as fine as this.
He will tell you, just so you have this information, this is run by a full orc named Ostrich. He's got super build. He's like built like a tank, right? Oily black hair, wears a loincloth most of the time. He's probably a barbarian. And he has like a few helpers, some brothers that help him out in this shop, and there's a human helper and a goblin helper that kind of like run around, but he doesn't like mention them or anything. He just says, it'll be alright. You come back and hammer away anytime you want.
Thank you, Ostrich. I really appreciate it.
Nah, take care of yourself, Warren. Whatever those troubles are, I hope they just fall off you like a wet duck.
I do hope so.
Alright, and with that, you kind of had... And it's getting late. Like, he's fixing to close up the shop as soon as you're done. And we're probably looking at about 7 or 8 in the evening. So, if there are any further nighttime shenanigans we need to turn ourselves to, you may pipe in at any time.
I guess maybe returning to the conversation in the room.
Yeah.
It's like, Faustus will kind of like say suddenly, for what it's worth, I don't blame you for what happened.
Did I lag again?
Oh, he waited for you
Yeah,
to
I didn't get any of
respond.
that. If you
Didn't
said
get
something.
any of that either.
Like,
Yeah.
is this-
You don't?
It's like, no, if anything, it's maybe partially my fault. We both probably should have been more careful with that flute.
this
Right. I was more annoyed about it than anything. I'm sorry.
I appreciate the apology. But I don't exactly blame you. You were quite, well, you were quite, what's the word I'm looking for? Exasperated, that's a good one. But,
I
go
think it'd be best if we just go to sleep tonight.
I suppose you're right. It's like, well,
Bastards! I
progress
got
on
your
that
bed
door?
broken! Got your door broken! Your bed! Bastards! Just trying to pull the door open, I guess. Kronk is still in the way.
Francis, I want that glowing personality of yours.
I'm ready to hold hands!
I'll be there in just a moment.
As Orin is walking back to the inn, he's gonna grab the walkie-talkie out, and he's going to message into it, talk into it. It's like, Amara, I know you've gone through a lot, and I know you're probably scared, and I am sorry if I scared you, but I'm just trying to help, and I will try to be better.
Voice responds. Necessarily belong to Amara.
You want to help.
Yes.
Armor, please.
I couldn't hear that.
Please help me build some armor, please.
Of course I can help you build some armor.
And as the camera goes back to Imara, her eyes are red as burning coals, and she brings the rock back down and continues to look at the night sky.
Now, I would in there, but I would like some people to open up their damn bag so we could see what the hell you got. Surfict.
Fine, I'll stop hoarding.
That's not what I want. I just want you to know what you got so I can stop looking at it.
Alright, well,
It's like, no, like, even better. It's like, by the way, did you happen to find anything while we were there?
The stone, yeah, I know she'll like it.
and he pulls out the lobstone with the double M on it.
Yep, there's a stone there.
I found a pair of wings, but I used them and they seem to have burned up.
Oh, I did notice that.
I also found this lockbox.
As he picks out the silver box that he found in the previously milled chest, he says,
I didn't really look inside of it yet.
Can you even open it?
Because I could try. I was more annoyed that I got sprayed by poison.
Like that, man.
Oh, are you alright?
I'm immune.
It's like, oh, I suppose that is true. Sorry. Gut reaction.
Alright, well, I'm gonna
Alright, what are you doing?
a lock, pick it open, it has a lock.
Yep. AKA, thief tools.
I have a key?
No, your key didn't go to this.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, don't worry about that. First try is a no-go. I mean, you hear the tumblers moving, but you just think you got in there and you didn't quite click it
I'll give him
correctly.
guidance on a second attempt.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, fiddle.
Yeah. There you go. It
And let me
just-
roll.
Yeah, thing is, 12's all you need. Or that's a disguise kit. You disguise the box to look like a box that's open. The Fox. Looks like it.
No, I like the disguise kit roll.
Well, I mean, still, yeah, I was going to let that fly either way. It looks like it's the same modifier either way. But yeah, okay, so you find in here a huge file container that you just unlatched. No traps. The mechanism seems to have broken away as you finish fiddling with the lock and it pops loose. You see a huge leather-bound book. And if you pull it out, which I have to ask, do you?
He does.
It reveals Journal of Javal Meritor, Volume 3. And I'll copy-paste that for you so you can put that down. And this is a big blue leather-bound book.
Raising
Jamal.
I don't recognize the name.
Can I roll?
Mhm.
What roll would I need to roll for this?
This is a history check.
Oh boy, math.
No,
Oh, boy.
history. Alright, let me see what I could tell you about Javal Meritor. He was a scribe who was noted by the Othan archivists. These are people who are usually from Tynak Kingdom. And apparently this person traveled the world many centuries ago, and he described the lands of Kaznak Nation, a realm that was said to be south of Tynak Kingdom, and used to be connected, but was blown off the surface of the world and collapsed into the ocean world.
Huh. Well, he looks like,
Oh, I remember this guy. He wrote a couple other books too. He's from the Timac region.
Oh, then I suppose that it does specifically say Volume 3.
It does say Volume 3.
It's like, well, it appears that we have the third volume, although why was it locked in a box like this?
I don't know. I mean,
because
I remember he used to be. He's a really old scribe, and he was actually researching a region that was. Hold on one sec.
as he flips through the book.
Alright, yeah, you're flipping through it. This journal kind of like talks about going through the eastern shores of this departed, from where he departed from last, wherever the last volume picked up from. And there's like this coastal region he kind of like describes. You're not able to pick it up all the way yet. You think if you spent time reading it, you might be able to learn more, and I might be able to give you more, but yeah, you just kind of like get the idea that it's talking about like his coastal journey on the east side of this nation that he was exploring.
Well, he was an ancient scribe. He might have been looking for some ancient treasure, or maybe some knowledge. If anything else, we could possibly use this journal or something. Find something out there, Well, find something out there. It could be important.
Well, that is certainly possible. It's also wouldn't be the first time we've found a strange book, possibly with secret messages.
Speaking of,
He looks up at Faustus.
What?
you still haven't told me.
Told you what?
Mischievous snick grin.
I sincerely don't know what you're talking about. You'll have to elaborate.
In this case,
Why did that book have weird voices, Faustus?
Oh, that's right. I did give you the book, didn't I? and he pulls the book out from his bag. Well, as you might say, that I literally woke up with this book. In fact, has it literally just been today? I think it's literally just been today.
Probably, yeah.
It's been one day.
You guys spent...
Okay,
It's
just
been
making
a
sure.
long, very day.
So with that being said, he says,
Because in books they sometimes always stamp who let them out last time in the library in the back, or sometimes might leave a note in the back as well. Maybe we can see who it's from.
I've been given explicit instructions not to look at the back.
Wait, from who?
From the dog in the background.
Yes, bark, bark.
So, you remember how I talked about the voices in my head?
He pauses.
So
He
I can.
pauses. He pauses. He looks up.
Faustus, who are you working for?
Well, I work for my family, but that's beside the point.
Faustus!
Well, if you must know, it's and he's actually going to, like, kind of like looking over at Crunk, just kind of like in the corner. Not really sure if he's asleep or awake, but
By the way, Surfict, your
Yeah?
bag that's been carrying the extra treasure that you haven't looked at starts to float up to the ceiling.
Wait, what? No, no.
Half of your stuff starts to fall out. The 122 gold that was in there, the diamond that's worth 300 falls out. There's 25 pebbles of citrine that falls out onto your bed. And then there's just this one stone that's still in the bag that you can barely see that's kind of like floated up to the ceiling.
Surfing's gonna like jump up and catch this.
You pull it down like a balloon, and it does come down. But you feel this stone trying to go up.
Kicks it.
What is in this thing?
And he reaches into the bag to grab the thing.
You see a cylinder-like shaped hockey puck, but a little bit bigger, and it starts to float on its own. Like, if you let it go, it'll go straight up, but you can pull it and hold it down. It needs a little bit of weight. Apparently that lockbox book was keeping it weighted in.
Well, this is a lot of money.
so
Yeah.
this is like a small fortune.
This is all the
Yeah,
stuff he
that's it.
stole, and he just didn't tell anybody, and now it's out in the open. Wow, how did that happen?
Very-
And
Granted, a very
Looking
small
at
fortune,
this-
but
so wait, this is all the gems and stuff from that one bag I just never looked
Yep,
at.
yep. This is what you get for not looking.
As he stares and is like,
Faustus, I can explain.
so where did you get this? Was it in the warehouse?
Well, you see,
actually, Hook!
Like an
As he says,
insight.
yes.
I guess I'll do the insight just to see what it's up.
Yeah, you know exactly what's up. You
Wow.
can read him like the book he's trying to read.
Now, Surfict, remember when you asked me to be honest with you?
Alright, well, I stole it from a house.
The only other house we've been. Did you take this from Rendell's house?
he's like,
Wait, no, this stuff came from
Listen,
the
remember-
warehouse.
oh, did it?
Yeah, this stuff came from the warehouse. I was just pouring that shit out. I didn't pour all that other shit out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
no, he was telling the truth then. He was yeah, it was from the warehouse. But he
Yeah.
says,
Well, I did find it from the warehouse, but I didn't really look in the bag yet.
Oh well, no harm in stealing from thieves.
he looks up and says,
Want to split it 50-50?
Well, I didn't bring a lot of pocket change from the estate. It might be helpful.
so, no, he kisses.
Right, and I know I'm going to give her this pretty stone. I'm sure she'll like it. I know Crunk doesn't really need money, and I'm not paying Orion.
I think it would be a nice gift for her, considering all she's been through.
Mhm.
It's almost sort of a shame, really. Just, I can't imagine what it's like to just go into your entire life not knowing who you are.
He nods because
That wasn't right.
as he's beginning to like divvy up everything.
all right.
So
By
if
the
we,
way,
if we
if I-
split
Would
this,
I-
how much?
Be
Oh.
there by now, possibly.
I mean, they're behind closed doors, but we'll get to you as soon as they finish off here. Unless you wanted to knock on
Okay.
their door. If you want to knock on
Yeah,
his door, then
I want to knock on the door because I want to set things right.
All right. Yeah. They're just now looking at all the treasure on the bed, and then we hear Orin knock on the door. Please proceed.
Looking back says,
Who is it?
I would like to apologize to you, Surfik. Can I come in?
No. We can talk in the morning, Orin.
God.
Well, I won't sleep very well until I've said I'm sorry to you, and
You can say sorry
Didn't
now.
mean-
We'll talk tomorrow.
Oh, I didn't mean to hit you, and I should have probably just grabbed the flute. I was worried about Faustus. But I want you to know I didn't kill the guards. And, really think...
Faustus is over there sweating bullets.
It wasn't me, it was Faustus.
Just throw him under the bus.
But Faustus didn't do it out of malice. We were in a situation, and he acted, and I hope you're not mad at Faustus either. I'm not. I hold nothing against Faustus, and even I don't hold anything against you, even though you sprayed me with poison. I stopped.
Hey, Orin! Orin, do you want me to break your bed in too?
yeah, well, this is going on in or.
You hear
But
the Shella calling from
I-
that room.
I just want you to know I know you're very protective of Amara, and I'm not very good with children, and that she needs to be more. She's a little delicate, and I will try to be better. And I want us to work as a team, as a group. And we need to remember we're here to save a family.
Well,
So,
alright, but you do need to apologize to Amara. She is the one that's more hurt out of all of this, despite the fact you did hit me in the face.
I did send her a message, and she wants some armor made.
He's
So
like,
I,
oh, right, walkie-talkies.
Yeah, the walkie-talkie is very handy.
Talkie.
Well,
Walkie-talkie.
alright. You get some rest, Orin. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning.
As he looks over at Faustus and pretends to, like, give him the book while sanctioning him and be like, you did a very bad thing, and he's just giving him a smirk.
Good night.
Did you tell Faustus to cut the bed? I broke his in already. And you see like a broken inward bed that's off there. She's clearly, having way too much fun here on her own.
Shall stop jumping on the beds.
Oh, okay.
You know, with that being said, he looks up. It's like,
Faustus, you murdered people. But I did also steal from Randall's house, so we're our even.
Seriously? Seriously, you try and stab me, and that's all you give him?
Oh, mercy. So,
Oh my god.
we are going to probably end the session here shortly, but maybe one more scene once everybody gets their lungs back together. Yeah, let me know when you're done there. Now that we finally got all the items out on the table that had been waiting and hiding and needed to be seen before I kind of like throw a book at all of you. Like I've been waiting 2 sessions. I wasn't gonna wait another. Meanwhile, camera kind of like zooms out for a moment, and Ninny kind of like joins the patio with Amara. And she kind of like leans against the railing, stares out at the
Amara
sky.
blinks and she's
Back to her good old self.
Are you doing all right, child?
Just watching the stars. It was a shooting star a little bit ago.
Oh, yeah, it does that about this time of year.
Last time I made a wish upon a star, got something, so I need to be really careful with what I do from now on when I see one.
I'm sure you do. You should. And I hope everything works out with you and your friends. How are things, anyway?
Well, I think it's best if we all try and talk about it in the morning. The innkeeper was really nice. He said I can stay here if things go bad, but...
Well, that's good. I mean, still, my offer does stand. As Maria's a good cook, and Liana plays beautiful music, and if you wanted to learn to dance, I'm sure As Maria would love to teach you. And if you ever wanted to learn how to throw a punch, if Aria ever gets here, she could show you how to be like a monk. But then again, I do need you to go check.
I want to go with you, but I think...
You know, that was an ideal too, Orin. I'll get to you in a minute.
I think it would be better if I stayed here and made sure things were okay.
She brushed...
She's like... doesn't
Yeah,
understand what she's trying to say, but the wisdom's there.
Yeah, she brushes her fingers through your hair and just kind of like, there, I understand.
She cuddles up. She loves this.
Oh, and she says, that's fine. Everybody has to find their place in the world. Sometimes you can teach them everything you want them to know, but they can't learn to use what they learned until they actually go out and experience the world. So, child, whatever it takes, whatever you've learned, go and experience this world. And if you ever need help...
my dad wanted me to do instead of going home with him.
Nitty's gonna make an insight. Because this might actually trigger her visions, we'll see. But because you're this unique being, it's hard for her to actually get a read on you. Just because of who you are.
Divine my laundry, clearly.
Yes, definitely. Let's see, where is that insight skill? It's right. Oh, wow. She just kind of like smirks, like, well, I guess I got nothing on you today.
Whoa.
Yeah, even the greatest Nitty is not fully wise in these dealings, but she just continues to pet your hair, and every so often you feel like a soft breeze from her fingertips expand through your hair, and your hair just naturally starts blowing in the wind, even though there is none. And she smiles softly at you. It's like, experience the world, and if you ever need a home, whether it be here in Dragonspine, or maybe at my retreat in Parenthia, you're welcome there as well.
She hugs her. Thank you so much.
She gives her a hug back, and she feels like you might want to make an insight check on her, perhaps.
Oh! Much better.
It's pretty average. So for this, it's probably the closing scene. You kind of like grasp that there might be a small tear stained underneath that blindfold, but she's never had a child of her own, and all these women who have been around her this entire time have been like supplicants. But here she kind of feels like a tug on her heart as she kind of like pets your hair and treats you with this motherly-like joy. She just smiles.
Yeah. She hugs her tight and sort of like goes into her quote-unquote sentry mode by Ninny.
And then she tries to walk away and it's like, wait. She is stuck for the rest of the night. And that's where we're going to end our
she's
session.
Not. Amara lets her go.
Yeah. So Amara might just let her go. But yes, we kind of like want to end on that scene. And then what we'll do... Alright, I said if you guys got a long rest in, you could level up, but it took forever to get there. Take your long rest. We can level up after the stream. We can level up, or actually, you guys want to roll for HP? We'll do that at least. Who wants to roll for HP? Because these guys are leveling up tonight. That was some great role play, everybody.
Yeah, that was fun.
Alright, so if you're taking average, fine, you can have average. If you roll below half your health, for that level. Like if you roll
Aw.
if you roll below half, you'd still take half. So don't think you're gonna go with a low roll. So take your
Is that
take.
just a hit dice?
Oh wait a minute. Didn't I say everybody has to roll? Yeah, everybody roll.
Yeah.
And then you take
Because
either
either
half
way, you're
or
gonna-
higher. Yeah, you get at least half your hit die. So like for Amara, even though you rolled a 2, you get a 4.
Everybody's rolling
Everybody's
low.
getting. No. Oren, you need to re-roll. Look at your little thing. It says
Right, why
D4.
is it a D4?
It toggled it. I don't know why they did it. They got a toggle in there in case it's multi-class. So you got to put it on the right toggle. So you're re-roll that.
So, okay.
Do I just hit the hit dice?
Yeah, you can hit the hit dice. It's the
second
same thing. Yeah, it adds your con modifier with it.
So I would then take the 7 instead because that would be the middle one.
No, you would
Right.
take
Like-
6, 8. Let's see here. Hold on.
Really?
What's the roll? What's the roll?
Because I thought we'd take the
3 and
It's-
okay,
I
yeah,
thought
that would be 4. So yeah, 7. That's right. You're correct.
Like, I'm sorry. I thought I assumed that everyone knew that I stole that with like Family Blind.
Well, now
We
Faustus
didn't
and maybe
succeed, we
Kronk
didn't
does.
succeed on the perception to see you doing it.
Yeah.
I was busy making Jubilee Land.
Yeah, she's over here
And-
trying
and
to
when-
change
and
Christmas.
When Oren came in, Oren really wasn't looking at you. He was like looking in the room, so he didn't do a perception check on you.
Yeah. And
Without
thank you.
Foster's.
All right. So if you're taking a feat, pick your feat. But if you're taking ASI, you know what to do, right? I don't have to teach you guys how to use that character, Mancer, right?
Diplomat.
All right. Well, thank you.
Initiate.
Nice. All right. So we're gonna. I don't know. You guys want to share what you're doing real quick, and then we'll call it. I mean, I guess we can go a little long.
I think I'm just gonna take +2 in strength. I think that would probably be best.
So you can bust his jaw open real good next time. Perfect.
Oh, I could take strength.
Well, I found out that the weapon I've been using the entire time actually was
Strength based.
1d. Well, it's strength based, but it was only a 1d4. I should have actually been using a Morningstar all the time, but I was
Right.
using a light hammer, and I was like, oh, so.
I mean, we can figure that out later too. If you want to swap that out.
Well, I picked up a Morningstar from the fight we did anyway. So.
Oh, yeah. There you go. All right, Amara, what were you doing?
Either magic initiate, or I would split my 2 points between dexterity and maybe constitution.
Ooh.
Oh, I forgot my dex and con were 15. Actually, instead of diplomat, I should probably just make them 16 each.
Sounds like a plan there. So that's perfect. What do you got planned, Kronk?
I put both my ASIs into strength.
Nice. And what about you, Faustus?
Let's see. I rounded my charisma out to a 20, and then I put the remaining point to round out my constitution. So now I
Nice.
have 32 HP.
Yay! Maybe you won't die as fast. And
Yo, I'm getting Diplo.
okay, well, thank you everybody for coming out, supporting the stream. You've helped Mirthvale get to level 30 and grant a wish for Amara 3 times. Holy shit, I'm not looking forward to that. Actually, I am. But we're going to close it out on that scene right there. Thank you so much for coming out. Join us Wednesday for Curse of Strahd at 7 p.m. Central Time. That's another chance to earn more of those cookie clusters. Join us Fridays. We start at 4 p.m. Central. We kind of like recruit new people in. We have an open role play. There's a lot of people, a lot of chaos. Somehow I manage. How I do it, I don't know, but here we are. And also, if you're interested in our open role play for subs only, subscribe to the channel. And then you can join us Sunday at 12 p.m. Central all the way to 4 p.m. Who knows, maybe we'll go later. But that is an open role play where you will have more of a background, you'll have more of a story. You'll be playing almost in the same aspect as this group right here, in a place somewhere in Elsparia. We will have our session 0 coming next week, and you guys who are going to be part of that campaign will help shape what kind of campaign it's going to be. Are we going to do an evil campaign? Are we going to be pirates on the ocean? Are we going to be Avengers going through Citadel Kingdom trying to avenge the Arcanists? You know, there's so many options in this world, and I look forward to sharing those options. And then we explore it together online. We come up with a scenario, we create our characters, and then we'll go from there. I want to thank you again for coming out, and everybody say goodnight to Facebook and Twitch.
Night, everyone.
Good, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Have a good evening.
And with
I
that,
stole from people.
yes, and with that, do you hear the calling?
The chaotic calling. Stay tuned if you want to earn more cookie clusters as we go find someone to raid.
Raid Shadow Legends.
No!
Well, looking for sponsorship, Raid. Thank you.